It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Hey guys, this is Baz Black and you're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast. I am an actor, a writer, director, musician, jack of all sorts. Tom and Jamie are the legends. Make sure you listen, follow them, they're going places.
What's going on, guys? The 54th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. Look who's fucking back. Again. But he didn't bring the Renegade Master. All the ill behaviour this time. I'm kind of disappointed about it. But yeah, it's all right. Who has 2 holidays in 1 month, you lucky shit? It's the Chronicles of Podcast. Oh, wait, hang on. No, I lie. You didn't have 2 holidays, did you? You had some surgery and a holiday. Is what you had. Yeah. So,
that wasn't a holiday. Have me balls snipped open. It's fine.
You didn't actually have to be sent over, though, did you? Because you didn't have no testicles left. Is that how it works? Anyway, let's start again. Chronicles of Podcast. What's going on, guys? How are we doing? We got into a bit of a weird testicular argument there. Who knows what's going on there? It's the 54th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And Jamie, I do believe that these are the Chronicles of Baz Black und zwei. Am I correct?
They are indeed. They are the Chronicles of Baz Black DOS.
DOS? Yeah, das ist richtig, Jamie. Should we get cracking up? Because we seem to be parked on the side of the road for a very long time. Yeah, definitely. Hit it!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 54th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And these are the Chronicles of Baz Black 2. It is I, the returning bearded Brummy Jamie, and joining me as always, is this handsome devil over here.
I love that little thing you do right at the eye. So I always wait. I know just to wait because you've got to get your little catchphrase bit in.
You've got to get my bits in.
Exactly. Not again, please. It hurt last time. But it's because Kerry starts doing it now. It started to catch on there, boys. It's the Scots and Tom, by the way, just to let you all know. And obviously we had a week off, so we're probably a little bit giddy. Because obviously when we have time away, we literally both start getting like, and so,
oh my God, it's you! I've missed you.
Oh, mate. Yeah, so we've had a week away, and what was really nice was, I forget her handle. I'm really sorry to this person who wrote back on Melody on YouTube. Wrote, see you next week. I thought it was really nice. I was just like, thanks. Yeah, we will. So hopefully enjoy this episode, and big shout out to Melody on YouTube there. So yeah, that was very nice of you. Thank you very much. It was quite nice to do the shorts again as well. It was just quite a.
Yes, it was very nice seeing your little shorts again. It was very nice.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed
seeing them again.
So it's good fun. But yeah, that catchphrase at the end just needs to be out there every now and again.
I'm not going to lie. As soon as I watched it back and that came up, I just felt like my life was a little more complete. I'd missed them.
Jamie,
hello, sir.
You know, and the English language likes to be a bit fucking weird, and we have loads of different words for the same thing.
Oh, yes.
What do you call fizzy drinks?
Pop.
You call them pop?
Yeah.
It's pop or fizzy, isn't it? People ask for fizzy, like, fizzy what? Water? I don't understand.
I'm not running that risk, because if someone gives me fizzy water, I'm throwing it in the face and giving them a slap. So
sparkling's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's just, it's an interesting, makes you burp a lot.
TV static, just no. Ugh.
It tastes like TV static.
That's what I imagine TV static would taste like if it had a flavour.
Okay. I did not see it going that direction at all.
It's just wrong. Flavoured sparkling water, I'm all on board that train. Here's my ticket, I'm on. But plain sparkling water, why does that exist?
I always find, because I love lemon and lime, I find lime always dries your throat out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But
weird. I always find that weird when people describe drinks as dry. Like, it's a dry white wine. How could a drink be dry? It's liquid. It's a drink.
Yeah, I've never understood that either.
I've never got
I suppose it's very dry.
Yeah.
It's like you're eating sand or something, or them weird little gelatin things you get in like microwaves that soak up moisture.
I hope no one's eating them.
They're little
no one's eating them, I hope.
Oh, Lee Evans, comes the free meal. Oh, fuck, I'm parched.
How about that?
Oh, so funny. I love when there's little random tidbits come in. But I have to give a massive shout out to my brother, to Joe, my brother, right? Because he has this weird addiction, which I love, where he looks for hilarious names in movie and TV credits.
Genius.
Jamie Westwood, my brother has found probably the greatest name in the history of film and TV credits, for the history of ever, in the brand new Matrix movie. Okay. It was a waste of his time. But this guy, I couldn't tell you what he did, but this is, I can't wait. That's what I'm trying to build up because I'm so excited to tell you. Jamie, his name was Dick Waite. I just thought that was fucking fantastic. Dick Waite.
What sort of weight is this? Is this weight or weight?
As in, wait, what? WEIGHT.
Fucking brilliant.
Great, like literal dick weight. Oh, it's about 2 kilo. That is, it's about 2 kilo. Yeah, let me just. I'm neglecting the book. Where definitely 2.5.
Oh, well, imagine that being on it. Surely you would want to be known as Richard. Like,
well, that's what exactly. Like what in his own head, he obviously went, "I know it'd be fucking funny."
But to be fair, I respect the man more if his name is Richard. And he went, "No, I want to be professionally known as Dick Waite."
I bet that's his move on dates.
Oh, definitely. It's gotta be.
I wonder if his wife's called Fanny.
Fanny Waite.
or Tit, or I don't know. Tit's not a name, though, is it?
Fanny Waite.
I don't know. It was.
I'm trying to work out how you'd work out the weight. Anyway, let's not go off on this sort of tangent.
No, that's definitely not. The other final thing, it's a bit more of a pet peeve more than anything else.
Okay.
And you should know this because you get them regularly. Trains.
Oh yeah.
Why do the British people insist on standing nose to the door before you've even got off? Like, am I supposed to walk straight through you? Like, I'm not a ghost. I'm going to mow you down, basically, if you stand right in the fucking way. I absolutely hate it. I think I was coming back from work, and I got back to Newport Station, and I pushed the button. Literally, there was 3 of them just stood there waiting, and I just went, cool, and barged straight through them. And I was like, well, what? I don't understand it.
No, I've also had an annoyance with trains this past week, well, before I went away. Oh, I was going to see the kids and I was about to get off the train. The light doesn't come on the door. I'm pressing it like mad, doesn't come up. By the time I got to the next door, train had left.
No!
So I turned around to the driver because there was a guy filling with the door and I went, mate, I need to get off this stop. Like, I hadn't even just started going yet. The doors had closed and I was like, I need to get off. went, oh, sorry. And it just started going. I was like, are you not going to help me? You're not going to radio for them to stop, tell me, give me some advice? Nothing. She went, oh, sorry. And because it was a Sunday, I had to then go to the next station, wait 20 minutes to get the train back. And then I had to wait at that station where I should have got off for another hour before my next connecting train because I missed the connection. Yeah, I was not a happy boy that day.
Was that in Birmingham still?
No, this was in Worcester.
You got okay. Okay. Hang on. So you left Birmingham to Worcester, Shrub Hill.
Sunday trips are quite adventurous to go and see the kids. So I had to go from Longbridge to Bromsgrove, from Bromsgrove to Worcester Foregate Street.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I was supposed to get off, and it didn't let me off. And then I had to go from Foregate Street to Cheltenham.
So where did you end up then if you couldn't get off at Foregate Street?
I can't remember the name now. It was like literally one platform. It was a tiny station.
That is bullshit.
The name's gone from there, but I was not a happy bunny. I was like, I need to have a rant. I was like, Becky, you guess what the fuck?
Oh,
she's like,
dude.
Okay, that's a bit shit. I was like, nothing can be done, but I needed to have a vent. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, dude, that sucks ass.
But speaking of dicks, for the previous conversation and that guy on the train, do you remember our last episode? I told you about these sweet corn toys.
Yes.
These bad boys right here.
Oh my! So are they dildos? Are they?
Well, no, they're not, but they sure as hell look like it. But I figured, do you know what? Do you know how you get the most popular YouTube channels these days? Do you know how they get popular? Unboxing videos, right? I brought two more.
Why?
Because I wanted more, and I thought, let's open them on the show. Let's see what's in this one.
Oh man, that's so weird. That's anal beads. That's fucking anal beads.
That's anal beads, right?
What, mate? I'm sorry. Like, what are these things?
They are called Orb Oddities Fusion Foods. Surprise inside, and they're literally kids' toys.
They're kids' toys.
They're Orb toys. They are kids' toys. And I see what's in the second one because if it's what I hope it is, I'm going to be very happy.
A banana.
Oh, it isn't what I wanted it to be. But that actually just looks like a banana. We're not so sexual this time.
And it actually, does it peel all the way off? Or is that as far as it, mate, that's so odd.
But the one I want.
Where's my orange banana gone? Where's my Becky?
I don't know if you can see that on the packaging. There's a finger.
What the fuck?
It's almost messed up figure. Warning, choking hazard. Anyway.
I know exactly what Becky is when you're at work.
I'm not sure she'd get much done with that. But that one, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Mate, that's horrific. I can't believe that as kids. This is just the way that the world's gone now. Is like, you know how they've made clothes for kids, like less clothing.
Yeah.
And now they've made toys.
I literally brought these from the toy section in Poundland. Just gonna keep doing this.
There we are then. So Jamie, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm well rested. Yes, I had a lovely time away. I won't bore everyone with a breakdown of everything I did, but general seaside holiday. Spent time on the beach. We built sandcastles and played games. I did something very brave, which you'll know is brave of me. I actually took my top off on the beach. I hated every minute of it, but I did it. And like I said, I was constantly looking around. I was like, is anyone looking at me? People are laughing at me, aren't they?
Did anyone care?
No, probably not.
Of course I didn't.
It's me and my wonderful body dysmorphia and self-confidence issues. But I did it. I was quite proud of myself for doing it.
That's great. Congratulations.
I know it's nothing for most people, but to me, it mattered a lot. We went swimming 3 times because the child really loves going swimming now. What else? My favourite thing we did, we met up with my granddad. Obviously, it's my granddad's caravan. Then he travelled over from Weymouth. It was about 2.5 hours. We came over, we went for dinner, played mini golf together. Just had a great time, like getting to know him because I've literally met him once, and that was on his wedding day earlier in the year. So it was really nice getting to know him properly and spend the day with him. It was really, really nice with his wife and his 2 adopted children. It was really great fun. What else did we do? Obviously, building sandcastle. We ate a copious amount of ice cream. Like every day we had ice cream because it's just what you have to do. Had fish and chips by the sea, went and ate out. Yeah, it was just a nice time, a nice relaxing time, to be honest, and spent a ton of money in arcades like you do. Because you have to get as many tokens as you can to exchange them for absolutely sod all.
How they get you.
It's how they get you. It's how they get you. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I feel nice and relaxed now. How about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm knackered as hell, but knackered as ass, boys. But yeah, I'm not too bad, my friend. Not too bad at all. It's just been a lot of Rihanna and a very busy day yesterday. So yeah, I was gassing what you've been up to, but you've kind of just smashed that in one go. So
yeah, kind of mostly, really, didn't I? But to be fair, other than the holiday, before I went on holiday, since we last recorded, I really didn't do anything. I was working like from the day we recorded until the day I went away. The day we went away, I went to see the kids. So that was sort of in that day and the whole train debacle. Bloody trains. But yeah, I've not really done it. Like I said, I got back yesterday and today we've just chilled, really. Like the kid decided she wanted to throw a party for the Queen today. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Basically, she got a ton of stuff around the house, put it all around the living room. She made us buy cupcakes when we went out and decided she wanted to throw a party for the Queen. I asked her if the Queen was coming and she said, no, the party's for the Queen. I think she's got this idea from the Jubilee when they did it at school.
Okay.
But yeah, she wanted to throw a party for the Queen. So that's what we did. So
nice.
She was quite happy with that. But other than that, watching-wise, I have watched quite a lot since we've last spoke. I have finished Only Murders in the Building. I started season 2 when we were on holiday and we completed it in 2 nights because we just could not turn it off.
It's great, isn't it?
It is literally one of the greatest shows you'll ever watch. And now I want to listen to all the podcasts as well. So yeah. Absolutely phenomenal. Finally watched Prey, the Predator movie they released.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So good. Like, the actress in it, I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else, and she was phenomenal. So hopefully she's in a lot more. She-Hulk, carried on with that. Incredible. CGI is a bit, but just ignore that. It's a great show. And we started Sandman on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a Neil Gaiman comic. Really good. Really enjoying that as well. And other than that, yesterday we watched the Taylor Hawkins tribute show, or at least most of it. And that was really good, really emotional. And yeah, fair play, Taylor Hawkins' son, who got on drums to play My Hero. Just that kid is his dad's son. Like the facial expressions, the way he went through it when he's playing, it just looks like a mini Tyler playing. It is absolutely phenomenal. And like such a young age as well. Yeah, amazing. So a great show. Apart from Paul McCartney, who was pretty bloody awful. But
he's just stopped that, doesn't
he? He really should stop. It was great that he was there, but yeah, to call it quits now, Paul. What have you been up to, my friend?
Fair play to Kanye West getting a career, apparently, according to millennials. I remember some tweets from an earlier episode of this show.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So what have I done? That is the big question, Jamie. So we did a lot of Rihanna. So I'm pretty wiped out. But in relation to Rihanna, I passed my Cert 3 course, expensive course. So finally the exams are done. And the certificate is on its way. It's a fully fledged qualification that I can keep for the rest of my life.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. It's been 6 months. That's how long it's taken to do it. So about bloody time, I tell me, bloody time. Before you went away, me and the other half had 3 days off together, so we got to spend some time together, but we didn't fucking stop. I don't think we sat on our sofa until Sunday evening. So we went and got a new table that I'm currently sat at right now with benches, like a proper industrial type table. It's lush. So much better than that stupid fucking table that I was using with the big white ass chairs and sticking to everything. So I'm so pleased that I'm now podcasting from a bench. It's a lot more comfortable. I went and had my beard trimmed. So
I can tell. You look sexy.
When I had it all done, it looks so much better for a tenner. It's quite nice. That was good. We went shopping for a christening. We were invited to a christening on the Sunday. So the Saturday, Keris was like, I want a new dress. We went all the way over to Cardiff for said dress. She saw said dress in River Island and they didn't have it in Cardiff. They had it in Newport. So we had then traipsed all the way back to Newport to get the dress. And she looked absolutely amazing. It absolutely gorgeous. We posted quite a few photos on our social media on the Sunday of the christening. We were given 6 free tickets to the Dragons versus Bristol Bears rugby game at Rodney Parade, which is literally across the river from my house.
Nice.
So we went to watch that. That was great. Nobody took us up on the free ticket, so we went by ourselves and had just 2 seats on the side, completely free.
Nice.
That was great. That game was amazing. It finished 45-28 to Bristol, but Newport were winning with 5 minutes to go, 28-26, and then Bristol scored 2 very late tries. I think there were 3 very late tries. It was mental. The end was mental. Absolutely mental. People bombing it down the thing. I was like, Jesus Christ. Some guy headbutted my kneecap. And he got because he was so reactive, but my knees were lit because I'm so big, my knee was right behind his head. So as soon as he moved, I was like, there's nothing I could do about it. Like I know there's 2 free seats outside of me, but there's nothing I could do about it. So I went to a christening, that was lush, that was really nice. A lot of kids. So it was lovely. The buffet was stunning. The vicar completely forgot about the service. The church was closed when we got there. He took half an hour late and was in a meeting. He was like, I'm so sorry. So that was interesting. And then asked for donations at the end.
To buy you a bloody alarm clock.
How about no? Watching wise, on that Sunday night of the christening, we finally sat down and did nothing. We watched Sicario. You seen that movie?
No, I don't even know that.
Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro, and Emily Blunt, and Daniel Cuyala. It's on about the Mexican drug cartel, but it's about the hidden undercover side of American FBI that you don't see, and they break all the rules, and Emily Blunt doesn't like it, and it's amazing, basically.
Never know.
Really good film. Really, it's on Netflix. Highly recommend.
I shall have to indulge.
Yeah, it's really good, trust me. The start, you're like, fuck! And then it just sets you off for the rest of the film then. So did that. What else have I done? Oh, Jamie Westwood. On Tuesday night, I finished work. I sat there and I went, I don't know why, but I feel lucky. I feel really lucky tonight. So I did something I haven't done in a while. I threw a cheeky £5 bet on.
Oh, okay.
A 16-fold, so no chance of winning. And it won.
Nice.
For 235 quid.
Winner.
So I went, oh, that'll pay New York off then. Cheers.
Very nice.
I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. It came down to like the last 2 minutes of 3 games, and they scored all in a row. And I was just like, I lost my shit. It was really, I don't know what it was. I just sat there and I went, I just feel really lucky tonight. It was really weird.
I have those moments in the shops. Like, I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to get a scratch card. Oh, look, I won fuck all. Clearly wasn't that lucky.
It was almost like that finger from Lotto went, it could be you. Over and over my flat. And I was like, it is going to be you. So I was like, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Cheers.
I forgot about that advert.
Yeah. Future's bright. The future's orange. No, it's not. It's definitely not orange. It's kind of bleak and grey right now, to be honest with you, looking outside. So, and do we talk about the cost of living crisis orange? No, we don't.
No. We'll buy a new kettle, it's fine.
Exactly. You save some £10 for your yearly bill. Anyway, the big thing that happened is it's mine and Keris's anniversary on Tuesday. We're recording this on Sunday night, the 4th of September, and it's our anniversary on Tuesday the 6th. Now, we decided that we were going to go for dinner, play some golf and stuff on yesterday. Friday night, excuse me, terribly sorry. Friday night, we sat talking and Keris just went, do you want to go to Clash at the Castle? I was like, I'd love to, but tickets are expensive. And I was like, I'll have a look. But, I then found front row seats in the second tier. I was like, I forgot the money. But yeah, then let's do it then. Are you sure? Yeah, let's go. It's fine. I really like wrestling. Watch it, but we'll go. I've never seen somebody so invested in my life.
It's always the way.
It was the best. It was unbelievable to be at a WWE pay-per-view. Like, incredible. It was so the main Gunter versus Sheamus was just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, one of the greatest moments is when they put Imperium back together and everyone lost their fucking shit. Because
God.
Yeah, what was great about it though is when Ludwig Kaiser's obviously announcing. So if anyone hasn't seen Clash of the Castle, I'm really sorry.
It's been out a week by the time this comes out. If you've not watched it, it's on you.
True. He's announcing, obviously, because you don't see Giovanni Vinci next to him on the camera-wise. You can see him stood there. And he's like, Imperium. There's a guy. This is great. If you watch it, there's a guy right behind him. You can see his head. He's going. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's all I could see when Ludwig was talking. Is that guy behind him? Fucking great. Amazing show, man. Like, just the atmosphere was mental. So it was great. Just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, no, everything I've seen from it looks amazing. Like, I do want to try and sit down and watch it. It looked like incredible. I've heard Gunter Sheamus been like match of the year candidate. I've heard so far. Yeah,
really. I mean, it was great. Like, we were going nuts for Sheamus. We were losing our shit for him. And Tyson Fury as well. That was great.
Yeah, the only thing I quite understand about his Tyson Fury thing is, am I correct in hearing that the show ended on a giant sing-along?
Yes. Have you seen a Tyson Fury boxing match?
No.
He sings after every single match. He sings American Pie.
Oh, does he? Okay, I didn't know.
Yes, he does. Because when he said, "Do you know what we're waiting for?" And I said to Caroline, "I bet he wants to sing American Pie," and he fucking did. And I went, "There you go." And then Drew McIntyre went, "Do you know any Sweet Caroline?" And he just went, "No." He went, "Just seriously though?" He's like, "No." So Drew McIntyre sang "Don't Look Back in Anger."
Fair enough.
And it was great. And we were all there with him. And it was just amazing. The only thing that sucked about it was 2.5 hours to get home. And I live in Newport, and Cardiff's not that far away.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me though.
The trains was a bit like, fucking hell, it was horrific. But we got back, so it's all that matters.
That's all that matters. You got there eventually.
But we watched those videos, and there's videos of people in the street before the show, like having like fake matches, but letting kids pin them and win.
That's amazing.
Absolutely incredible. So I was like, whoever you are, if you hope you're in this group, thank you for making my kid's day. Like, because this kid like pinned this guy, like won, and then got like, loved it.
That's phenomenal. I love that. I don't care what anyone says. The British wrestling scene is literally the best.
It was great. I think we really made ourselves known for more pay-per-view over here.
I hope so.
Yeah,
we deserve it.
The Americans were like, "Damn, boy, these British boys know what they're doing." Like that. Yeah, I think hopefully we've set the standard now. Because
when there was Takeover London, they said the exact same thing. Like, these Brits love their wrestling. It's like, just bring it over a bit more often. For Christ's sake.
But it's not. WWE is just. I'm really enjoying it again. So trying to taper that with AEW is fucking hard. But
I can imagine. Yeah, that's a point. It's all out tonight, isn't it?
It is all out, and it's Worlds Collide.
And Worlds Collide, bloody hell, yeah.
Fuck. But still, it's going to be great. But yeah, Keris is now like, "Oh, so what happens now then?" Like, wait for Monday. Yeah. So it's like, I won't watch hours of it, but I want to know what's going on. Like, okay, we'll watch all together. It's fine. So I'm quite excited about that.
You will watch hours of it, and it'll consume your entire life.
Oh yes, because there's way too much of it now to,
Yeah, precisely.
Once you're in, they have you. We have you.
This is why I only read results now, because I just don't have time to watch it. There's that much of it.
We haven't got kids, so we can literally do as we don't have to watch Bing or Bonk or whatever the fuck they're called. And
I never plan to watch an episode of Bing again in my life.
Bastard. Let's watch people unwrap shit. Hooray!
Hey. Sometimes watching people unwrap shit is good, okay?
That really weirds me out. Let's go cracking up. Brayden, what's going on? Stay cozy. Hit us up.
All right.
Is this thing on?
Well, howdy doody, everybody. This is Braden Berry from Say We Can Fly, founder of Stay Cozy Clothing, your one-stop shop for the coziest, most fashionable hoodies, t-shirts, and more.
Gosh, Mickey. That's right, folks. And we're proud to say that we are now sponsoring
the Chronicles of Podcast. Ouch.
Hosted by Tom and Jamie.
Like, you can get 10% off, man. That's right, Shaggy. Just use the special code, The Chronicles, at checkout.
Oh, boys.
You fucking weirdo. Don't want to see me anal beats. Not particularly, Jamie, no. What you do in your own spare time is your privacy, so it's all good. But Jamie, let's just keep cracking on because I don't want to talk about anal beats any further. It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
Boys, back. I bet you've all missed this, haven't you? You missed him last week, didn't you all? I could tell. I can look at you. Looking at you right now. I bet you all fucking missed it, didn't you? I know we did. We miss recording this show every time we're away. So, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
What is Callum treating us this week?
Even though our fingers are all different lengths, they still all line up when you curl your hand up.
Do they?
He's right, you know.
I
don't like that.
That's weird. Why do they do that? First of all, why are fingers different lengths? Why are they not just the same size?
I don't know.
I suppose we wouldn't call it the little finger, would it? I don't know. It's just a bit odd. Is it so we can grip things properly?
I imagine it's to do with grip or shoveling from when we're like cavemen sort of times or what.
Maybe. I dig. I want to dig.
All right, Mudvayne, calm down. Wow, that's not. This is gonna be a great episode for people. Jamie and Tom just stare at their hands the entire time.
It's kind of weird. I kind of want to how it work. I mean, is it because no? Because it just. Yeah. Any doctors or is it or any hand physicians or physicians? Physicians. I can't fucking say that word. I just learned Tom can't speak.
I'm going to go to work and be like, right, hand doctor, come with me. I need some questions answered.
Why does this happen? Why does it happen when I curl my hands? Does it do this?
Don't tell me. Tell me now.
Make fingers make sense. Tell me. Jamie, I'm in the middle of operation right now. I don't care. Tell me. It's life or death, Jamie. Can you please just leave us alone?
You're operating on his hand. Open it up. Show me how it works, please.
So when we take this vertebrae and we move this nerve and we pull here, just this. Like a puppet. No, sorry. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Play me like a fiddle. Jamie.
Yes, sir.
What else is Callum teaching us this week?
Out of all the things that taste like chicken, eggs just don't.
That's amazing.
That's so true. Oh, that's clever.
It's really clever. But of course, they're eggs. They come out the chicken. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah. It's great. But that's the other thing I don't understand. Why does everything else taste like chicken, though? Why is when it's something that you've never eaten for in your life? Like, what's dung beetle taste like chicken? Does it? Yeah, it's a beetle though. Yeah, it tastes like chicken. It's really weird.
I've heard that expression a billion times, but I don't remember ever eating anything that tastes like chicken.
I've had swordfish. Do you know what that tastes like? Swordfish.
Swordfish, yeah.
You know, people are like, I've had gator. Yeah, it tastes like gator. It doesn't taste like. I just why does crocodile taste like chicken? I don't get it. I don't understand why that's the go-to. It's like when you see somebody that looks younger than they actually are. Oh, it's fucking 12 meters. Why 12?
Everyone said 12, yes.
Or 8 or 15. Like, why is it always 12?
I do it myself. Everyone says, what do you look like without a beard? A 12-year-old girl. I always say 12. It's true.
Why is 12? And it's so weird how that's the go-to. Try and use a different number and see if people freak out.
I'm an 11. I look like an 11-and-a-half-year-old.
I look like a 6-year-old, I do. What? You heard. Exactly what I said. Look like a fucking 6-year-old. Without me hat on. Yeah, why is it? That's mind blowing though, because obviously the obvious answer is it's an egg. So. Yeah, it's an egg. It's an egg. So of course it's gonna taste like egg, but it comes from the chicken. I see what you did there, Callum.
I like it.
Very clever.
I like it. I love calling eggs chicken periods because it really puts people off their eggs.
But you call breast tits, and that just is like, yeah.
Okay. Oh, when I write down chicken tits instead of chicken breasts.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. And finally, Jamie, what is Callum teaching us? Wait, what was that again? Was it what I thought it was. I just had to say, I know it's this, but it's what this is, and I'm looking for. It's definitely, is it a work? Okay. This working day. This egotistical arsehole. Oh, okay, I see. What is Callum Tritchard? This week.
I wish multiplayer dreaming was a thing. It'd be so cool to just like dream with your mates and, do some random stuff that you wanted to do. Feel like a video game.
That's
amazing.
Fucking greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right? But does that mean that other people could log in?
That's a good point.
Who the fuck are you?
My dream's been hacked.
Yeah. Why is John Travolta here? Hey guys, yeah.
Hold on, when did John Travolta turn into a stoner?
I don't know. He was all like, whoa. And I was like, whoa.
He's like, whoa. And I was like, whoa. He's like, whoa.
Yeah. And his chin would get about 5 minutes before he does, but still, it is like, that's how you know John Travolta's turning up. But still, people would totally hack in, and it'd be like there's people that play games way too often in their life that are really good at them, but have never met a girl or have never been to school or anything like that. They would start hacking in, start killing you off and putting random shit in there.
Wouldn't it just be like Ready Player One?
I didn't like that film, as far as I remember.
I liked that film, but
they log into the helmet.
Yeah, it was like a VR sort of thing, and you can all log into the same with one world. But that's just like big dreaming instead.
I suppose if you had big dream Wi-Fi that only you had access to and gave your mates access to,
it'd be amazing.
It would be
fall
sick,
asleep and you've got to enter a password.
Yeah, I want to be a pirate. Let's go and play Sea of Thieves, but I want to be pirates. So everyone's like, yeah, right.
Wicked.
That'd be
I
so
want that
cool.
to happen now.
That or FIFA or Madden or something. Be like a quarterback.
Imagine that you're playing FIFA all night with your mates and you're like, right, lads, we're going to go to sleep. We'll log into FIFA in our dreams. Let's play some footy. We're off.
I wonder if it made you knackered in real life, though.
You wake up, you're like, oh, that was a tough game.
Yeah.
Oh, now I have to work.
And now to work, yeah. You're like, fuck, I'm shattered. I played 180 minutes and I played Bradford and Luton. Both away games are miles away from each other.
We had to travel as well.
Yeah, man, that'd be so cool, though. That's a future. Maybe, do you reckon PlayStation Xbox trying to get to that sort of stage?
It wouldn't surprise me. There is someone out there that's probably trying to develop this sort of technology.
That'd be absolutely
mad
banging.
scientist.
Absolutely banging. Another great addition to Callum's Treations, though.
Oh, thank you very much, Callum.
We absolutely love that shit. They were great. They were fucking great. And Jamie, as the list gets ever so much fucking longer with you being away again.
Sorry about that.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Yeah, it is.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal.
But Jamie, notice Tom's Journal, I've got some fucking beauties for you in this little bad boy. I'll tell you that right now. What I really want to do, right, is I want to record an audio book that's just 8 hours of breathing and page turning, and then right at the end just go, oh, you meant out loud?
That's brilliant.
Because you might just be like, this book's really good. I was just meant to be spoken that way through.
He didn't.
Yeah. What a twist. I can't believe it's his daughter.
Just giving away spoilers with no context the whole time. He did what with his what?
Brilliant. This would be my worst nightmare as well. My worst nightmare, Jamie, is Spotify randomly throwing out an Ed Sheeran song whilst I'm driving. Then I crash and die, but it keeps playing. So the first responders think I was an Ed Sheeran fan, and they tell my mum I end up being cremated to fucking Shape of You. I really was in love with the Shape of You, Darren. I'm so sorry, you God.
What a weird song to be cremated to as well.
I know.
I'm in love with the shape of you. It's so weird.
I'm just dust, Mum.
It's literally no shape.
Yeah, I'm not a shape at all. Is that what you like? Nothing.
They should get a stencil out when they put tops on cappuccinos.
you have some chocolate with that? Oh, we've run out, but I've got this special little bit. There you go. So, a week ago, my mother-in-law began reading The Exorcist. She said it was the most evil book she'd ever read. So evil, in fact, she couldn't finish it. She took it over to the beach, threw it in the ocean off a fishing pier. So, I went and bought another copy, ran the faucet over it, and left it in the night table drawer by her bed. I'm going to hell.
That is genius.
That is absolute genius, isn't it? Could you imagine? You would fucking give her mental health issues for life, by the way. But
but I'm so proud of that person.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope she's religious. That'd be fucking even more.
That'd be even better.
Yeah. Oh, this has brought nostalgia back more than anything else. There's thousands, Jamie, thousands of fucking songs about getting your heart broken, but only one about moving to the country and eating lots of peaches.
Oh, yes, indeed. And there could only ever be one.
Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
I was wondering if there was actually like a hidden meaning to that song, or it literally just is about moving to the country and eating peaches. I hope it's that one.
Same. Sorry, this has just really thrown me. Due to Callum's final treats there, this entry of the journal, what if, Jamie, when you can't fall asleep, it's because all the dream servers are full and you have to wait for someone else to disconnect first?
That's a little bit creepy.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
I don't like it. But
that's a little bit odd.
That's a weird concept. I quite like that, though. Like, you can't dream because the dream servers are full. So you wake up, you're like, I didn't have a dream last night.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I hope that is real. But then, again, that goes back to why I wanted to play games in VR and stuff, but in your sleep.
Yeah. I quite like that idea.
That's cool, though, isn't it?
I must have a lot of full servers because I rarely remember my dreams.
I remember random ones that feel really real. I don't remember the ones that, otherwise I'll go, oh, there was a patch of grass, and then I woke up.
Do you ever have those ones where you, as soon as you wake up, you're like, oh, my dream was that, and then 5 seconds later, like, I don't remember what I dreamt about.
That happened. I had to wake up Kara. She was crying in her sleep.
Oh, really?
She was like, someone was dying. It was horrible. Bless her. It was awful. Because she woke me up because I was like, why is she crying? I was like, who's crying? What's going on? It was nuts. Bless her little face. This is great. Werewolf transforming. You have to go. I don't want you to see me like this. Human, don't push me away. I'm not afraid of you. No, look, I'm really dumb as a wolf, okay? And I don't want you to see me bark at a mirror for 2 hours.
That's not where I saw that
going. Don't look at me. I'm a monster. This does not spark joy. If you record me screaming in the bathtub again, I'm going to cry. Well, if I wake up the next morning, I'm going to fucking kill you. Is it because I threw... Yes, it's because you threw the stick, but really hit it behind your back, you bastard.
I love that one.
The only issue I have, right, is that I just helped my neighbour bury a rolled up carpet in the woods. She said her boyfriend would have done it, but he's out of town.
That's dark.
It's a little bit, isn't it?
That's dark. I like that.
I was also really gutted because you shared this one, but I got it before you shared it, and I was like, damn it, but I didn't fucking find it. But still, it's still too great, and I had to put it on here anyway, no matter what. For the fans to enjoy, if there are any. The year is 2030. Bakery art is so realistic, literally anything could be cake. The uncertainty has gripped the world in fear. I go to hug my wife for comfort. She is in fact cake.
I really want someone to make a realistic person out of cake. I know people make people out of cake, but you can tell it's cake. But with the hyper-realism cakes they're making lately, they've got to be able to make a person. I want to see it. Please make it.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? It would be amazing.
Oh, fuck, it's cake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, chocolate peanut butter, my favourite.
Stop
Two more.
snogging the cake because it tastes amazing.
2 more, Jamie. 2 more for you. What if I put my penis in it first? You know you're old, right? When your knee cracks that fucking loud, you're half expected to glow in the dark at night.
I completely relate to that one. But
and this was just all kinds of stupid and it's really made me laugh. This is from a Flat Earth Society Facebook page. And I was like, beautiful. I have to bring this out because it's just great.
Beautiful.
Literally going to read it as it's written. Okay.
Okay.
If the Earth is flat, do the moon and all other planets are flat? Someone responded with, no, they are doesn't. To which then someone else responded with, let me get this straight. Aren't them wasn't?
Huh? What?
Aren't them?
Aren't they? No, I heard it. I just can't work out what they were trying to say.
So they've got... Okay, now I'm going to have to explain it to you. It's fine. If the Earth is flat, do the moon and all other planets are flat? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Okay? So they said, no, they are doesn't. So then someone else said, let me get this straight. Aren't them wasn't?
Oh, okay, got it now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just been stupid because he's taking the piss. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, got it now.
That's fine. But I had to explain it, so that's kind of killed it. So
no. I didn't click on that they were taking the piss. I thought it was someone else being a fucking idiot.
No, I said somebody else has also responded. But it's there we are. Never mind. It's just one of those little things. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I go to a lot of effort to put these things into the journal. I do so much research. It just, it's just tough sometimes, Jamie. Okay.
All right. Forgive me.
All right. Still. Anyway, that's another edition of Tom's Journal.
And what a beautiful edition it was.
Oh, you're too kind, sir. You're too kind. But I do believe we should bring this Irish piece of resistance in.
Oh, we definitely should.
Welcome to the Chronicles of Baz Black 2. If you're unaware or unfamiliar of Baz Black, he is an Irish actor, director, owner of Sherlock Productions, piercer, musician, personal trainer. He plays golf. He pretty much does anything and everything you can think of, but he doesn't tattoo, although he is absolutely covered in them. And mighty fine he does look too, ladies and gentlemen. Mighty fine indeed. We sat down with Baz to discuss all about his brand new feature-length film, his first ever feature-length movie, Dublin Crust, amongst other things and other shows.
Absolutely. It's amazing. When we first spoke to Baz way back, in fact, talking of way back, you can find it in the Way Back Wednesday archives. Go listen to it if you haven't already. He does discuss Dublin Crust literally as an idea. He sent us like a press release of, this is what it is, we're going to work on it. And now the movie's done. And it is all getting ready, all final bells and whistles ready to be released. It's amazing to hear the story of going out there and chasing his dreams and making his first ever feature-length movie.
Yeah.
And it sounds incredible, and I cannot wait to watch it.
Yeah, same. I'm really looking forward to it as well. Excuse me. But of course, he also talks about his role in this TV series Kin, which is absolutely massive over on AMC in the States. Unfortunately, not in the UK as of yet, which I'm gutted because I'd really like to watch it from what he's told us. But he's been in other shorts, he's been in other movies, he's been doing fucking loads.
Very busy boy.
He is, but the man is just a legend. He's just a really lovely fucking bloke. And we are very honoured and proud to actually know him personally as well.
Indeed. It's good to have talented friends.
Absolutely, Jamie. But, Jamie!
Yes, sir.
Don't suppose anywhere on your person at all you have any of those final words?
Just a massive thank you to Baz for taking the time out to sit down with us. Again, it was an absolute honour to sit and talk to you. You're one talented individual, and I love the fact you never give up and chase those dreams. It's really inspiring. So keep going, my friend.
Absolutely. Baz, thank you for taking the time out, my friend. We really appreciate you sitting down and chatting to us. We had a good laugh, as they say in the industry, I believe. Laugh, isn't it? I don't know. I'm making shit up as I go, but still. Ladies and gents, enjoy this one. It's a fucking doozy. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, interviewing this week, it's Baz Black.
How are you getting on?
Yeah, not too bad, my friend. How are you?
Oh, good.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Good. Has your collection diminished somewhat from last year?
No, it's probably just because I'm zoomed in a little bit more. It's still the same. Haven't gone anywhere.
I love it. You're probably there sound like, fuck, it wasn't really any order. Let's make some like cross shapes. That'll look good. Yeah, we'll go for cross shapes.
Yeah. Yeah. If my wife had her way, they'd be all gone, but
I know. Yeah, I remember saying.
Yeah.
You know how this works, mate. We're gonna just lure you into a nice little false sense of security with Jamie's little beautiful introduction, and then we're gonna absolutely hammer the living fucking shit out of you with questions. How does that sound?
Oh, it sounds incredible. It's like a dream come true.
That's what we like. That's what we like.
I love that we're going around for the second time again. I love it. I'm so happy that you're back.
Yes, thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Really good.
Right, let's get Jamie.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we bring you a returning guest, someone from our way back Wednesday archives. Today's guest is an actor, musician, and so much more. Since we last spoke, he has accomplished many things, including big things like filming his first feature film, Dublin Crust, and small things like making an Instagram for his dog Moo. Per his request, I'm to remind you all that he's still absolutely fucking hilarious. Ladies and gents, the man with the most beautiful accent to grace our show ever. These are the Chronicles of Baz Black 2.
Yeah.
Wow. What an intro.
Still got it, baby. Still got
it. Yeah, you're getting better. Wow.
So let's just address Moo Beans' Instagram, shall we?
Yes. I mean,
Emma's idea?
We can spend the whole time talking about Moo Beans if you like. No, actually, not Emma's. I will take full responsibility.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It had to happen. So for anyone who doesn't know, Moo Beans is our new Chihuahua puppy. Well, she's going to be a year at the end of this month, actually. And she's super cute. She's a teacup Chihuahua. She's tiny, and she deserved her own Instagram.
She does. To be fair, she does. And she's fucking amazing. Just watching her have a go at the socks off the washing line a couple of days ago. That was great. She's just a little legend more than anything else, really. She gets to go on set with you and everything like that. Incredible. I love it.
Yeah. She's like a therapy dog on set. Everybody in between scenes wants to hold Moo, she's brilliant. Like, she's super, super needy, almost as needy as me. Almost. But she's super, super cute and hours and hours of entertainment. So yeah, a nice new addition to the family. That's
incredible, mate. It's good to see you smiling again, shall we say. Mm-hmm. Having a little pooch in the family. Yeah. But I suppose we should get with the hard hitting shit, the real fucking, right out there straight away, Baz. How's the last year been, my friend?
That's a broad question. It has been good. I mean, obviously, since the lockdown, we can't complain. If it's busy, it's great, and it has been busy. And an accumulation of a lot of hard work has come to fruition in the form of, making my own feature film, and then just on the acting side of things and building all that side up, and then everything just kind of seemed to come at once, and it was just hectic. It has been hectic actually up until this week. Next week is the first time that I have a little bit of breathing space, which is nice. But it's a good complaint. It's been really artistically challenging, and it's what I want to be doing, and it's where I want to be in life. So yeah, it just feels like all the hard work is kind of paying off a little bit. So yeah, it's been good.
Exactly. So you're the one out flying, aren't you? Hey.
Yeah. Well, you guys, since I last talked to you, you've done incredible stuff. So I'm really proud. It's great to see how much hard work you're putting in. So just keep doing it and stop talking. Right.
I suppose if you say so.
Before we start talking to you about what you've been doing since we last spoke, I see on social media that Merrow and Reflection are still picking up awards to this day, which is insane. Are you still taking them around all the festivals and whatnot?
No, not really. I mean, the festival run is kind of done, and anything that happened after that was invitation stuff, which is amazing. You know, just getting outright invitations to screen Merrow again or screen Reflection. And I mean, Reflection is what, like 3 years now, 4 years maybe. And we're still getting invited to screen at a festival. So it's a huge honor and it's incredible. And with Reflection, it's pretty cool because the screening that we got invited to do in October in Wicklow, we are doing the director's cut of that, which has never been seen. So it's like a longer version that we edited down for the festivals and stuff like that. So it's cool that we get to publicly display that when it's never been seen before, you know. Yeah,
Merrow was great. I remember when I saw it, was just like blown away. I loved all the Irish poetry music at the beginning and at the end, absolutely incredible. It's great little film that is. So yeah, deservedly so again. The fact that they're still picking up awards and that you're still there every now and again going, isn't it got another award? Merrow, best director. So
just throw it in there, yeah. I'm just making them awards myself at home. You know? But no, it's incredible. And Merrow, because of the whole Irish vibe to it, which I'm sure I was saying to you last time, it did really well in America as well, which was great for opening doors for the feature film now. I made loads of connections that I'm going to, capitalize on and stuff like that. So yeah.
Beautiful. But before we get to your feature film that was made, you did 2 little shorts before then. One was The Hero, which was excellent, but it was top serial daters, right? When are we getting more Jeffrey?
That's been requested so many times, which is lovely, And like Jeffrey happened purely out of cabin fever. There's I did an Instagram video or something of Jeffrey's character. And that's where he started purely. And then I was like, okay, we'll just do this little, short film about him. And I do have another 2 episodes written about Jeffrey, but we will get back around to him because I do like him.
It's a really clever concept, though. Serial date is having the really intense, I want to be with somebody lady with the serial killer. So it was just a really clever. Do you know where I'm coming from? I think the concept of it was just genius. So it's never been done before.
Yeah, I like the fact that, Jeffrey was trying to do his usual intimidation as a serial killer to this girl, and she's just completely oblivious of it.
Yeah.
It flips around to him being terrified of her because she's just so desperate for a boyfriend, So yeah. Hopefully he will make a return. But like I said, I have a few episodes written. One of them is Jeffrey Goes Shopping.
I hope he runs in it.
Yeah. I was going to say, Jeffrey's got to run. That is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we did so many. There's so many outtakes of that as well. Yeah. And I didn't tell anyone on the crew or anything that was going to be the run. It didn't or anything. So the first take, the camera is just shaking. Sometimes you wonder what you do with your life, but all for entertainment.
Don't have it any other way, though, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Anyone listening to this and have not watched this Just Messing series, the serial daters and the, you've got to go and watch them just for the run. Even if it's just for the run, you've got to go watch them because it's literally the best. I think I rewound that bit so many times. It just killed me off. It was hilarious. But you've got to play quite a few different roles in your career so far. Is there anything you're still wanting to do? Because obviously you've done your comedic side, you've done the stuff you did before, you got Dublin Crust kind of is there still anything you're still itching at?
Yeah, I mean, there always is, and any actor who says there isn't is kind of lying to themselves. And obviously with the look and the image, I do get, typecast and pigeonholed. And, I spoke about it before. I'm absolutely fine with that. I love playing all those roles. They're really fun to play the bad guy and the gangster and all that kind of stuff. My agents are adamant that they want to get me into a rom-com, and they want to break down the stereotype and the boundaries of what should be, a leading man in a rom-com or whatever. So that'd be really fun and really challenging at the same time. I'm doing a feature film in September with Danny Patrick, who I worked on an amazing feature film last year called Pulcinella, which is it's done now in the editing, so it should be coming out soon. But halfway through filming, he was like, Baz, I'd love you to be in my next film. And I was like, yeah, 100%, Danny, sign me up. And he was like, right, well, bear with me. I want you to play a priest in the 1900s. And I was like, Danny, have you seen me? You know, like, he was like, just trust me. I'm going to tailor the script to you. When you see it, you'll understand. So yeah, he sent me the script, and it does make sense. Don't worry. He has cleverly incorporated it in. But yeah, it's an amazing werewolf movie. The script is unbelievable. It's called The Mysterious Death of Lord Harrington. And yeah, it's 2 months filming between Malta, Ireland, and possibly New Zealand. There's a few locations being thrown around. Nice. But so something like that, you know, that takes a director to see past the image and, you know, to believe in it enough that he wants you there in this part and making it work, you know. So that's what you need sometimes. So yeah, like getting to play something like that. I mean, I get to play the Antichrist this year, the devil, and a priest. So, you know, that's three.
That's what we call range, kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. I'd love to do more horror, because like I love horror, and you think with the look and the image, you know, there would be plenty of, but I haven't actually done much horror stuff. So yeah, I'd love to do a few more horror films, hopefully, in the future.
But isn't like 80% of the world, is it the world or the UK or whatever, tattooed now? Like everyone's tattooed now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been around for a fucking long time, and you think that by now it's 2022. You know, people are all sorts like genders and everything. I'm not trying to be like, I'm trying to word it in a way where I'm not going to be a prick, basically. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I just thought that by now people will go, "Oh, you tattooed? Okay." Like, yeah, so we've got this role for you. Like, you know, I mean, it shouldn't even be a thing anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's down to the gatekeepers and, you know, what's kind of expected to be the norm in the filming world. And then obviously you're going to have investors and production companies. And sometimes the director or the casting director might love you and be like, yeah, we want to take a risk on you. And then they take it to the executive producer, who's the one putting up the money. And he doesn't want to take the risk in case, you know, the public don't warm to you and you're going to lose your money. So that's like the business side of it. So just from me working on that side of things, I understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, yeah, I think with the likes of Netflix and, you know, Amazon Prime or any of these online streaming, we are seeing more diversity. We are seeing more roles going to people that's not the standard, which is great to see. So it's slowly, you know, breaking down the barriers, but it's slow.
Yeah, but that was what I was trying to get at. Thank you.
Yeah. So
that D word was flying around. I was like, I know there's a word for it, but my mouth was going faster than my brain was. So I was like,
I got what you were trying to say. But yeah, so you know that is a positive thing. But it's just it just comes down to the gatekeepers as well. You know what they. Expect. So all you can do is keep on trying to break down the boundaries, you know. Well,
you know, I'm sure if you keep going, mate, you'll get there, because, you know, we've known you for over a year now, and I would put you in anything. So whether it be, you know, ballerina, fucking, I don't know, dancing in Hawaii somewhere in the little hula skirts and the coconut bras, I'd put you in one of those. I'm trying to think of really ridiculous roles. I can't think of a third. I don't know. Teacher.
A teacher. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're all in the one script.
I could see, well, like an alter ego type thing.
Yeah.
It's like, by day, he teaches maths. By night.
I've got to play a dad 3 times this year, so I'm getting to that age now where I'm getting to play a dad, you know. So that's interesting. And what was the other one I did? I've been killed 7 times now.
No
productions, yeah.
Bastards.
So that's racking up.
I sort of feel like that's a dream for some actors, though. I need to be killed on screen.
On screen, yeah. I think it's Danny Trejo has the record for the most deaths in a film. far as I know. Yeah. Yeah, it is fun, and yeah, some of them are epic deaths, and you know, it's always fun. My wife enjoys them way too much, way too much. I'm like, she gets all excited. Oh, how are you getting killed? It's like, all right. Tell me something.
Thanks. Like, yeah. So we mentioned it briefly last time we spoke to you, but I think we should really get into the crux of why we're here today, which of course is Dublin Crust, your first ever feature-length movie. How was it? Like, what was it like because obviously you've gone from, you had to fundraise and kickstart it, then you had to get everybody together to film these scenes and then put it on, then you got to act in it, to direct it, and you did the music for it. And I can imagine it was, took up quite a bit of your life, sir.
It's just insane. And I knew it was going to be insane, but I just couldn't comprehend how insane it actually was. It was just unbelievable. It took probably 2 months to recover from after we'd filmed it. And, you know, the budget went from up here to here to here, you know, and we were calling in every favor and locations, and we just didn't have the luxury of time. It was pure indie filmmaking, but still trying to keep the quality up, even though we were, I mean, I was doing 2 days straight, no sleep, no nothing, just going like hell for leather. And the team and the crew were just like amazing. Like, I honestly could not have done it without them getting behind the project, you know, because I mean, most people would just turn around and tell you to fuck off, like what we were putting them through, you know, because it's my vision, it's my, you know, my film, and I'm expecting everybody to match my enthusiasm and energy levels. But like, I mean, they pretty much did, and it was a team effort. We got it across the line. The community was amazing as regards locations, letting us use different places. But I mean, look, anybody I tell this to just either don't believe me or just like, you're just absolutely crazy. But we did 32 locations in 7 days. And that was across 3 different counties. So
no way.
Yeah, it was just absolute, like, I can't even explain how crazy it was. But I mean, we have just literally finished the assembly edit, and the assembly edit, for anybody who doesn't know, is basically us going through scene by scene. So each scene is edited how we want to, how we shape the film, and with the script, and then we go back and we start adding in all the color grading and the soundscaping and establishing shots and all that. So the assembly edit is just basically the scenes edited, how the film's going to turn out. But the runtime is actually 2 hours in the assembly edit. So we are going to have to take the knife out and start slashing it, because an hour and a half is, you know, the goal, an hour 40 maximum. But for us to have too much footage for the amount that we were doing and the amount of time, and that's something that I learned from filmmaking with my shorts and everything, always have too much, never leave yourself with too little footage, you know. So yeah, it was just unbelievable. And when I look back on it, I can't believe we got done what we got done. And I hope everyone who was part of it will be proud now when we eventually get to see it.
That's incredible, man. That is absolutely. How the fuck did you manage to get to 32 locations in a week?
It was. I don't even know. And I mean, we even had rotations of, like, you know, actors coming in, and because, you know, there is such thing as a legal working hour on a movie set and stuff, you know. And, you know, for me and Emma, and like, we're fine, we'll just work away. But we were trying to stagger it and not, you know, kill our actors or kill our crew. Yeah. But even, having said that, they were all doing like really, really long days and putting in the hours and everything. So they were just there for the goal of the film, you know. This is the only way we were able to do it, and it all depended on locations and actors' availabilities, and we just didn't have the luxury to be like, oh, we'll just shoot that on a separate day, or we'll get 10 of the crew back on that day. We just couldn't money-wise afford to pay everyone. And when you're in indie filmmaking, that's what you have to do. And then, I mean, you have to adapt and overcome as you're filming, because so many locations fell through. people didn't deliver on what they said they were going to do, and you have to just go to plan B and plan C and not panic and, you know, get it done. So yeah, it was crazy. And then we went into the recording studio to record the songs that the band played through the film last week. So that was a massive big piece of the jigsaw that we needed for the edit. So we're looking in good shape now.
That's amazing, dude. I'm so proud. Like, from when, you know, it was just an idea, it was just a concept when we talked to you last year, and now the whole thing's done. Like, what a transition.
But now you'll see it and you'll be like, oh fuck yeah, that shit. I can see they did 32 locations and I appreciate that. And yeah, like when I was talking to you about it before, and so many people, like always in my life, told me not to do it, told me it was impossible, told me, you know, even when I was pitching, when it got into I don't know if it had gotten in the last time I was talking, it got into the Dublin Screenwriters Festival, and part of my prize was to pitch it to 5 of the big production companies, and 3 of them came back and they loved it and they wanted to come on board, but they were like, you cannot make a feature film for under $1 million, you cannot do it. And I was like, okay, cool, you're going to give me $1 million? And they were like, no, you need to go to funding, get the funding, and then come back and we'll come on board. So we did go to the funding and they all told us to fuck off, as we expected they would, you know. And that's why so many people then give up, they get disheartened. But there's so many ways and means around it, and you just have to be super clever about how you know, raise the money. And that's the other thing. We're really proud, like everyone got paid, and for a low budget indie film, you know, we tried to make sure that everybody was looked after as much as possible, which is really important process of it, you know. But yeah, I just the footage when we're editing, it's so funny. On the last day, you can just see I'm just like a zombie. I'm just like completely washed out, and I'm in the scene, like, and then I have to snap into the character, but in between the takes, I'm gone, you know. But yeah. It was fun.
You're saying this on like 32 locations in a week, no sleep, like location, things falling through, money problems. Did you kind of expect that going in though? Like, it's like, yeah, this is going to be a nightmare, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I definitely did, but I just didn't realize how much. And I was under no illusions. And like I said, I mean, the shoot started off as a 3-month shoot, I think, and then it was like, due to the budget, it was 6 weeks, and then we were down to, we'll do it in a month, we'll do it with 3 weeks, you know. And it just kept dwindling, and then we just realized, money wise and location wise and everything, what we needed to do. And yeah, there was about 2 or 3 weeks out where I got what every single indie filmmaker has before their feature, where all you want to do is run away. You just want to be like, this is too much, you know. I mean, pre-production, we were in pre-production for like a year, and the amount of logistics and paperwork and contracts, and like, it was, all that is just so time consuming. And then you're getting down to the nitty gritty of what you actually need to do, and you start like doing out your call sheets and your location and your insurance, and you're just like, all I want to do is just like go hide in my bed, you know. And then you just have to get over yourself and be like, fuck it, remember why you're doing it. So many people told you couldn't do it, so that's kind of motivation to be like, no, we're doing this has to be done. And it had to be done that way, because so many indie features are like, oh, we'll do a Sunday, and then in 3 weeks time we'll do 2 days, and then in 4 weeks time we'll do 2 days. They normally, not always, but they normally fall apart pretty quick, because, you know, you'll have crew and actors that can't make it back, you'll have continuity issues, you know, it'll just drag on and drag on. I knew that we just needed to get it done, and once we got it done, even if it killed us, we have it, you know, and then we can create the film in the edit room. And that's been 4 months of literally every day in the edit room, trying to get it to where it is now. So
damn, man, I'm really excited to see it, like really looking forward to it, because I think all this time that you spent on it, I think it's going to be so worth it in the end. Like, buzzing for it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you have to come to the premiere, VIP, of course, you know.
Oh, sir, I'm in. We're in. We're down. How's it? But obviously, sorry, JB, go on. You go.
I was going to say, just thinking, like, we're talking about this film. For people out there that haven't listened to that original interview we did with you, first off, why the hell not? But second, what is Dublin Crust? What is it all about? Let's sell the people on it that aren't aware.
Yeah, I mean, Dublin Crust is basically, I've been a punk drummer all my life. I played in loads of bands, but one in particular was a band called Mongo Horn, who were never famous but notorious. So we used to sell out every venue, but we also used to get barred from every venue because the singer Eddie is just an absolute lunatic. So it's very loosely based on that band, but it's an accumulation of other bands that I was in and just the music scene in general. But the whole point of the film is you don't have to like punk music or even be into music to like it. It's a story of redemption. And basically it's about the band have split up 10 years and we revisit the characters' lives to see where they are now. And basically their lives have fallen apart without the band. And I've ended up in prison. I played the drummer Bonehead. I've ended up in prison and I'm getting released from prison after 5 years. And I go about trying to reform the band. And I do that through Eddie's girlfriend because Eddie absolutely hates my guts because it was completely my fault that the band broke up in the first place. And then basically my intentions for getting the band aren't entirely clear. So there's loads of subplots going through it. It's a drama primarily, but it is a black comedy. It's quite a dark, comedy. And it's about retribution of character and the band realizing that without music in their lives are just not what they wanted to be, So yeah, and there's loads of stuff that happens, and it's one of those things where I can't say too much because there's loads of stuff happening, and then there's a particular thing that like builds up in the film, and anyone who read the script or were there, it's something that you don't see coming, and it's just because they're the kind of films that I like watching, and even this is not being egotistical, but even when we're in the edit room and Emma, we're looking at the runtime and, talking about cutting stuff, and Emma's like, oh, well, we could probably take this bit out. And I'm like, well, no, not really. And when it gets to the scene, she's like, oh, okay, that's why they did that. And that's why they did that. And that's why then I'm like, yeah, it fucking is. No, you know what I mean? It just, there's loads of intertwining stuff. And if you were to rewatch it, because I like watching films like that, you're like, oh, okay, that's why they were doing this or doing that, so. But yeah, it's the most personal film I've ever written because it's my world, it's what I understand. It's really natural for me to write it. And then Eddie, the singer of that notorious band, he's playing himself in the movie, because when you see Dublin Crust, there is absolutely no way you can replicate that man. Like seriously, it's just anybody who meets him or anything. And he really, really nailed it because obviously, he's not an actor himself. So it was a big risk and it was a big ask, to ask somebody to, step up to that level. It's such a scary place to be. And what I wanted was the naturalness of it. There's nothing worse than if he's trying to start to act, but like, honestly, he just nailed it. And Andy, the guitar player of that band, he plays himself in it. And then Joe Rooney, who was Father Damo and Father Ted, he plays the bass player. So he's just incredible as well. So I was just really, really blessed with how it turned out as regards the band. And it was the right decision not to try and get an actor to try and replicate Eddie himself,
Yeah, smart moves. But so Baz, what actually did you do? You directed, yeah?
Yeah.
You starred in it.
Yeah.
You wrote it. What else did you do? You played the music in it.
Yeah.
Well, you drummed. Yeah. What else did you do in that film?
I mean, like I had Nicole and Emma were my two ADs, so they were incredible as regards as all the other stuff that needed to be going on. And then I needed to trust somebody that when I was in the scenes, because it's so hard to be the director when you're in the scene as well. So really needed to rely on them. And then Aidan and Andrew, who were the gaffer and the DP, they were incredible as well. They were just like inside my mind of what needed to go on and happen. But then, you're like the director on the film and all that. I was still loading up cars at 5 a.m. and transporting stuff and picking up people. And, there's no airs and graces when it gets to that stuff. You can't just sit back and just expect everyone else to just do the work when you're on such a a tight budget and you know that kind of environment and set. So yeah, I was kind of like jack of all trades as well, and trying to get it all done, and then handling all the logistics and all that kind of stuff. We had one major disappointment where we had an amazing location of a car sales room, like a proper car sales room, all glass, amazing. The deal had all been done. They were going to meet us at 2:00 on the Sunday. So showed up with 30 cast and all our crew, all waiting, no sign of them, ringing them, emailing them, where are you? 3:00. So we'd already lost an hour, no sign of them. And then it's like, okay, they're not coming, plan B, you know. And luckily my brother owns a print shop close enough. And I was like, let's just get the keys, let's go to a shop, we can make it work, you know. And then we had to go and like just recreate everything. But things like that, it's just really, really, you know, soul destroying when somebody has promised you to be there and you this amazing location. And it's not like, oh, well, we'll come back next week and fill in it, you know. There is no next week.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have the resources for that. So yeah, there was bumps along the way, and then fighting the elements as regards weather and, you know, just logistics and all that. But like I said, we got through it and we got what we needed, which is the most important thing.
Excellent. I'm so fucking proud of you, dude. It's going to be great.
It's awesome.
It's going to be so great.
The question is, would you do it again?
Oh, if you asked me that 2 months ago, I'd be like, not a chance. But, and then like even inspiration wise and motivation wise, I was just completely spent. Like I just had nothing. And then this is what always happens to me then. I was just watching a movie and suddenly this concept for a film came into my head and I was like, oh shit, here we go again. So yeah, but it's going to be the lazy man's feature, I think, as regards it's going to be like 5 actors, 1 location. And yeah, cop out that way. So we'll see. But
it's just gonna be the Irish Clerks, 1 shop, 4 people, done.
But as regards what we did and the way we did it and everything, no, I don't think I could ever do that again, unless we had proper funding and money and the luxury of time. But no, I don't think so. I think that's one and done for that kind of.
I can imagine Matt sending the message here from being like, guys, round 2.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, we keep joking. Actually, me, Andrew, and Aidan, the gaffer, and the AD. I keep joking with them, going Dublin Crust 2. TV show spin-off, and they're like, "Fuck off." Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, hopefully, I just can't wait till we're sitting in that premiere screening, and everybody who was there and involved gets to see. And to show them that it was worth their efforts, as ball breaking as it probably was for everybody. Yeah, I just hope they'll be proud of what they're a part of, you know. And as well, and I think I said this the last time, I want to fucking show the people who said no and who turned it down. And, you know, I like, they obviously won't be at the premiere, but I just hope it does what it needs to do. And we have a letter of intent from a big distribution company already, which is, you know, that's amazing. Really, really hard. So we just need to deliver what we have promised to them to get it out there into the world, you know. So it's exciting. This is the exciting part now, where we can kind of, you know, work towards what we need it to be. But we still have a long road to go as regards the editing and everything that needs to be done.
But it's filmed, it's done. It's, you know, it's just right, now we can sit back. Now I can actually have sleep, and we can deal with it bit by bit. Yeah. We did one pickup scene. We did 2 pickup scenes actually, of stuff that we just needed to get. It was like extra footage, and then we possibly might just need 1 more pickup scene. And then I got all the drone footage done last week, and then we just have like establishing shots to go out and film. So just like the venues that we were filming in, just to get like, you know, the outside of that building and stuff like that. But yeah, we can take it at our leisure. But at the same time, I'm still pushing for November for the premiere, with view to a release then in the first quarter of next year. So that's amazing. My goal. It's optimistic, but you know, that's what I'm like. I've no patience. That's my problem.
You know, and even in the edit room, I'm the worst because like Emma's editing and I have no patience. So I'm like, just put that there and put that there. And she's like, that's not how editing works. Just do it. So I don't know how we haven't divorced yet. There's been many, many fights and it's completely me. I'm the worst. Some patience. I get shit done. I do get shit done because I've no patience.
No wonder she likes seeing you get killed in films. I'm just gonna load that on my phone, but it pisses me off.
We've got to the root of that one, yeah.
So we were saying you've been like ridiculously busy. I was looking through your socials and IMDb, looking at the amount of projects you've worked on since we last spoke. I think I counted 12 at least, and that doesn't even include Dublin Crust. But I also saw you've been signed to a few management companies as well. So has that helped you get all this work to be so busy, or is this just you going out there and pushing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, and you know that's the actor's life. And anybody who doesn't think that, it's so funny when I talk to actors and they're like, "Oh, I don't have an agent, that's why I'm not getting any work." That's bullshit. Because I mean, I'd say 70% is networking, building your own work, building your connections, getting asked back onto projects and stuff like that. And then your agents come in when it's the bigger stuff, you know. So I'm lucky that I have an Irish agent who's amazing. I have an amazing English agent. And then it was actually through Kin, season 1 INBD, because Kin is actually number 2 network show in America at the moment, like season 1, wow, which is incredible. So, and I am just back on season 2. So, you know, getting back onto that is amazing. But the American manager, that's where he found me, and he reached out to me directly and we had a meeting and he signed me, which, you know, getting an American connection like that is awesome. And so what he's doing is he's lining up loads of meetings for me with the intention to go out to LA and just, you know, start meeting these producers and casting directors and trying to, you know, get in there. It's such a tough business out there, as you can imagine. But yeah, as it's that, and it's making connections with directors and other actors and stuff like that, and just not being an asshole on set. Like seriously, I just can't even explain enough, you know, how that will get you work. It's such a small industry. Your name's just going to crop up so many times. It's all recommendations and stuff like that. So it's a combination, and that takes years and years and years of work. And again, if you're talking to somebody and they're like disheartened after a year of trying to be an actor, you know, it's just like it's a 20-year progress, you know. And that's what I meant of, it feels like all that work is just kind of finally just starting to pay off a little bit this year, you know.
At all. It's nuts. Like I say, like 12 things in a year. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
But was this your decision to sign to management, or did they approach you?
So yeah, they approached me. The American one just reached out to me. And then we had I think it was a 3-hour meeting initially. And yeah, just signed there and then, and has been like working really hard behind the scenes. So yeah, that's amazing. And there's regards, yeah, the projects, I mean, so many of them had gone away because of COVID, so they were coming back. A lot of them are directors that I've worked with on other projects before. And yeah, it did get to a stage there where there was like so much going on, and I had to like compartmentalize my brain as to what I was doing that week. And I was doing a theatre show, Luke Corcoran's new play, like last week, and that was amazing. Then to go from theatre and then back onto screen, I was back on Kin then 2 days later. So getting, you know, the best of all the worlds coming around. And then I did freak out. I was on a film down in Wicklow in Ireland that week, and we wrapped at like 11 p.m. or something on the Sunday night, and then I was back on Kin at 6 a.m. the next morning. And I literally physically had to get that script and like place it in the bin just for my own brain, just to be like, okay, that script is done, and now I need to switch over a gear. And that was the first time ever as an actor where it was literally like an overnight thing, where I had to go from one character straight into another character and try and, you know, reach where you needed to be. So I definitely freaked out a little bit with that. I'm not going to lie.
That's what I was going to ask about, though, because obviously you've done all these different projects. You're going from project to project. Your memory to remember all these lines must be insane, especially along doing all the Dublin Crust stuff at the same time.
Yeah, well, like that's one thing that I struggled with was line learning, and because like I've really bad anxiety on that kind of stuff, and the lines would terrify me. And it was when I was in Bow Street Acting Academy, and Jerry Grenell, and he's worked with Heath Ledger on Joker. He was his acting coach, and Robert De Niro. So I was like blessed to, get teaching from him. And one of the things he said that really resonated with me was, he was like, just always remember, the script doesn't own you, you own the script. And basically it's taken the power away from the script, because if that has the power over you and you're like, shit, I need to learn these, you're retraining your brain to be like, you can read it and you can be like, I already know this. Like, I own this script. Like, the words are there, but this is fine. Like, this is, so I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but in my head, it just took the power of the script away and it gave you the power, but yeah, it really and my anxiety going from that to Kin, like, I was a fucking mess, and I was really annoyed at myself because I promised myself I wouldn't get like that again, because I'd been like that on Into the Badlands and stuff that I'd done years ago. And yeah, it was a big scene that I was going into, and I had only gotten the script for Kin on the Wednesday, and then I was working on that film to be there on Monday, and I was leading the scene, so I was leading the dialogue, and there was a lot of, conversational stuff going on. So yeah, it's tough. It is really tough. And I did find it really tough. But then once I did the first take, I was fine, I was like, that's why I was so annoyed. I was like, I shouldn't have let myself, because I didn't enjoy the other film as much as I should have. And I don't think it affected my performance on that film. But as regards the social side of it, I was very quiet. I was very reserved, because any minute I had, I was learning the Kin script and trying to keep the other script in my head as well, and I said as a director afterwards, then I explained, I was like, listen, man, I was just a bit freaked out, I had so much going on in my head. But it's just a learning curve as an actor, especially when you're on these high network, time is money. There's no luxury of being like, oh, can I just do that again? Or, you know what I mean? And it's like, there's like 100 casts, and if you mess up, you're wasting their time. And you're working with like seasoned actors, and so the pressure is really, really on. So but yeah, we got through it, and it was fine in the end. I was just annoyed at myself a little bit with that.
I suppose you'll get moments like that, won't you? You can't be on your A game all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, did you ad lib at any point? Did you just go and then you're like and then just like other words came out instead?
No, and you can't do that on those shows, which is the scarier thing, because it is literally word for word for word. And the reason for that is that they do the subtitles for all the territories, and they literally follow the script word for word. So if you're saying a different word, then they have to pay somebody to go change that word subtitles. So, and I knew that from season one, like, you literally have a script supervisor, and it's like, but I remember there was a line on the first season, and it was like, I mean with any of your lot, right? I mean with any of your lot was the line. And in a Dublin accent, which I'm doing in that, Dublin people will always go, nah, I mean with any of your lot. And they always say, nah, I mean with any of your lot, which is no, I mean with any of your lot, but they say nah. And so I was doing like, no, I mean with any of your lot. And she's like, oh, sorry, there's actually no.
I'm trying to make it authentic, woman.
yeah. So that adds to the pressure, and that was, in my head as well. And then, I mean, on the other film, I mean, I had pages and pages and pages and pages of dialogue, and because I've OCD, I literally didn't miss a word, and I wasn't worried about it. I knew it. I wasn't like overthinking it. It was fine. And then you go to the big network show, and it's word for word, and you just start getting in your head of like, this kind of robotic naturalism of it. But yeah, it's all learning. And then when you do something that's that high pressure, it makes everything else seem so much easier. Like, honestly, you used to be scared about the other things, and then when you've done something like that, you're just like, oh, the other things are fine, they're easy, you know.
Yeah.
And you said with Dublin Crust there, I swear to God, like I was so busy and we were going through scenes and everything like that. I remember on one of the Friday nights, I think it was, and I was like, you know, checking, all right, what we're doing for tomorrow. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I have like 6 pages of dialogue tomorrow. And I wrote it, but doesn't mean I know it. I was like, oh shit, I have to learn my own words, you know? And because if you're not getting them right, then you're throwing your other actors off for their cues and stuff like that. So you can't just go and making it up, you know? So yeah, just because you're right, it doesn't mean you know it. Is definitely one bit of advice I'd give you.
It's a shame you can't be like, I've just decided to make an edit to the script. It's fully professional. I know what I'm doing. I am the director and the writer.
Yeah, okay, pure improv.
This is what my whole plan the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. And then continuity for an actor as well is massive. And you know, I kind of always had that kind of understanding, but I did Samuel L. Jackson's masterclass there a few weeks ago, and because I was editing Crust, like everything he said just made so much sense. He was saying that he's had editors come up to him at award shows to shake his hand, to thank him for making their jobs so much easier, because he says, like, if he says, I go to that door on a wide, on a close, on a 2-shot, and he picks up a bottle or he picks up a glass, on that word, every take, he will do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter, you know, if he's like in the moment, he's in this and that, he will do the exact same thing. And he's like, that's your job as an actor. And editing has given me such a perspective and an insight into that, because he was saying as well, he's like, you know, an actor will be on their close-up, they're after doing their wide shots and all that kind of stuff. Now it's just their face, they're just on their close-up. So the actor's thinking, well, there's no need for me to pick up the glass. Why would I pick up the glass? It's just on my face. And then he's like, well, what happens to your shoulder when you move? What happens, your natural reaction? And when you're in the edit room, that becomes so clear. Any little minuscule movement that doesn't match stands out like a sore thumb. And it's such a lesson for me as an actor. So from Dublin Crust, and then obviously just listening to Samuel L. Jackson and stuff, I'm just going to make sure that every single time I do the exact same thing. And it's like, do not give them a reason to cut away from you. And we've had to do it so many times in Dublin Crust where we're cutting away from actors, and you can be doing the best performance of your life. You can be crying, you can be like Oscar nominated shit. And if your continuity doesn't match up, there's no way that we can edit you into the scene. We're going to cut away from you to the other actor. And Samuel L. Jackson's like, never give them an excuse. He was like, always be on your point and you will get more screen time. And it's like, that's just amazing advice, you know.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I like it as well. But yeah, so being behind on the editing side as an actor, it's just invaluable, just learning these kind of things to not give them an opportunity to cut away from you, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But we've referenced it, we've gone around the bush about it. We probably should talk about Kin, the AMC series of Charlie Cox that you were in season 1 and now going to be in season 2. I'll be completely honest, hand on heart, I haven't watched it yet, but I did watch the trailer and I am going to go watch it because it looks fucking amazing. I'm a bit annoyed at myself that I haven't already watched it because like, this is incredible. Why have I not watched this? But for those unaware, what's the show about?
So yeah, it is honestly incredible. Peter McKenna wrote it with Kieran Donnelly, and the script is incredible. The way it's shot, as regards cinematography, it's just so, and it won so many awards for how it's shot. It's like absolutely beautiful, and the actors and the standard of it is amazing. So yeah, it's basically your gangster film, 2 rival gangsters, and one's a core family that are being outweighed by the bigger drug dealer and trying to push them out. And then Kin, you know, family. So it's about family and blood being thicker than water, sticking together and fighting against the bigger drug dealers, trying to push them out of their territory. But there's loads of, obviously, you know, that's just a general synopsis. There's loads of story, and it's a real character driven, you know, you actually care what's happening to these people. And yes, they're drug dealers, but if you can make people care about even drug dealers, you know you're doing a good job. But yeah, just amazing actors and really cool storyline. So I was just delighted to be asked back.
And who is it you play in the show?
Jed Delaney is my name. And yeah, you were saying you haven't watched it, and it's like I said, it's number 2 in America, and it's huge in Ireland. It's doing really well in North America and all over the place, but they haven't yet done a UK deal. So I'm hoping now they will, and then the UK will get to experience it, because any of my UK friends haven't seen it or stuff like that, so hopefully it will. So yeah, I play Jed Delaney, and basically in the first season, I am the one that's supplying the family, so the Kinslers, I'm supplying the drugs to them. And then Eamon Cunningham, who is the big bad boss, he basically is threatening me to say that if I am dealing with the Kinslers, or anybody is dealing with the Kinslers, we're going to be wiped out, So I'm kind of caught in the middle of between the two of them. So then season 2 then just kind of carries on that story. Obviously, I can't say what's happening or any of that kind of stuff, but like I said, just. And then Peter McKenna again with this script is just going to blow people away. Yeah, it's really, really good series.
Hopefully we'll get it soon, because I
really hope we get it, because it looks amazing. But how did you get the part? Was it just classic audition, or were you approached?
Yeah, it was Louise Kiley is a massive casting director. And she's gone global. Like, she's an Irish casting director. She cast Normal People and all these massive big shows. But I actually auditioned for, I think, 2 other characters for Kin, and then Jed was the third one. And it was just your classic audition. And there was months then I didn't hear anything, and just presumed didn't get anything. And then I got the call for it. So, yeah, I was delighted. And like I said, just to be asked back then for season 2, which is a first in my acting career, to get a season 2 on anything. It's, really, it's a proud moment.
He's not been killed off yet.
No.
But I was watching the trailer, and the question on, I imagine, everyone's mind, like, as an outsider, I thought it was pretty good, but I'm not on the inside, and I need to ask you this question. Charlie Cox's Irish accent, yay or no? Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah. And it's so hard, because they sometimes they'll go like the diddly eye, top of the morning to you, or far and away, and that kind of thing. But no, he really nailed it. It's really authentic, and every Irish person was like, yeah, that's one of the better Irish accent, really understated, and got all the Dublin kind of tones to it. So yeah, he did a brilliant job. And Ciarán Hinds, who was born in Northern Ireland but then moved to the UK, and he has quite an RP UK accent, which I was really surprised about when I was working with him, because he's doing a Dublin accent in Kin, and his accent is phenomenal as well. It's like really, really good. So yeah, across the board, it was a good job. It's
got to be quite terrifying to go into Dublin and to do their accent, but not be your natural accent and not offend everyone.
Yeah. I was thinking that. Yeah, the pressure of doing that, and it's kind of a known thing where the Irish accent, not many people get it right. They have an idea of what the Irish accent is, but they just don't execute it. It's the same with any territory or country or whatever. You're watching somebody from your territory that's not from there, and you'll be like, no, that's not how we say that, or you can't help yourself. But Charlie did a great job, and so did Ciarán Hinds.
I sort of feel like the Irish accent and the Scouse accent, it's like there's that line where you're either taking the piss or you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's getting that line.
Yeah, it's a hard line to get as well.
Tom, I felt like I cut you off then, so I was giving you. No, you're good. I was going to change the subject, so I was waiting to see. So that's why I was. So, Baz, right. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? All these things you've been in the last year. So you mentioned, is it Pulcinella?
Yeah.
What's this all about? How did this all come about then? I'm going to go through the list of the things you've been in, if that's okay with you.
Well, Pulcinella was one of those right place, right time kind of things, because I signed with my new UK agent, and I think 3 days later or 2 days later, she got me this part.
Oh God!
And I was like, this is the right agent to sign with. And basically, what it was, somebody got COVID and dropped out, and she had cast a few of her actors to Danny, and then Danny came to her and said, "Listen, got COVID, dropped out. Who have you got for me?" And then she was like, "Well, I'm after signing this guy. He, his look is a little bit, might not be what you're thinking for and all that." And then Danny was saying, he sent her my link, and he was like 100%. Yeah, I love it. He's in, So that's how that happened. So 3 days later, I was like packing my bags to go work on a feature film, which was amazing. And then getting to work with Danny and Alison, the producer, is honestly one of the like best sets, most fun sets I've had. And I really had loads of emotions with the character. Basically, I'm playing the older brother of like the protagonist, like the main kid in it. It's kind of like a coming of age film, and I'm raising my brother. Parents are nowhere to be seen, and there's loads of intertwining stuff that goes on. But I got to play with a wide range of emotions with it. So it's primarily a drama, but there's funny stuff in it as well. So yeah, it was honestly one of the best experiences. So I can't wait to see that now.
Yeah, same. And also they've invited you back, haven't they, for another movie? You mentioned it earlier. Yeah,
so that's what I mean about making these connections. I'm signed up for his next movie as well. So that's 3. Oh. So yeah, just knock them out of the park. So yeah, just like if you can make a connection with someone like that and they keep asking you back and you have a rapport with them, that's the key in this game. So yeah, I can't wait now to work on those 2.
No, I bet, especially Malta and potentially New Zealand.
Yeah, happy days.
Magnifique. I saw another post Divided.
Yeah.
I've not heard anything. What is this, a movie? Is this a short? What is this?
That's a feature film movie, but that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
So that's kind of been delayed and stuff like that. But there's another one called Dredges that I did 2 years ago, and they are literally just after signing a massive distribution deal. So you could be seeing it on a certain streaming site very soon. One of the big ones. So yeah, that's like a gangster film, but that's amazing. Rob and Pat are the 2 guys behind that, so it's really exciting that one's going to be coming out. Right, go on. What's the next one?
Through These Eyes.
Yeah, that was a short film, and one of the ones where I get to play a dad in it, and it's quite a sweet little short. And the little girl who is the director and writer's real daughter is in it, and it's quite a sweet one. And then like a big thing happens in it, which I can't say. And
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Excellent. Let's keep it. The other one I had left was the North Side Story.
Oh, you pronounced it right. Well done.
I got you. Don't you worry.
So yeah, story spelled with a H, because that's how Dublin people say story. What's the
I wondered why there was a H in there.
Yeah. So only Irish people get that, but so yeah, they had the premiere of that in a sold out Lighthouse Cinema, which is the big one in Dublin. And we did the premiere about 3 weeks ago. And the lads did an amazing job on that film. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they got it done so fast. And it's like, it is a mockumentary, and it's about like just this scumbag from Dublin, and a documentary crew are following him around, and he wants to be a rapper. And so it's got nods to, The Office or any kind of mockumentary that's come before it. But it's very, very funny, and they did an amazing job. And actually Peter McKenna, from the writer from Kin, he came to the premiere, which was amazing, and I got to chat with him and stuff like that. So they did amazing, and we're hoping that that's going to get a big distribution as well.
Sweet, man. I'm just so happy for you. After the whole COVID stuff, and obviously everything was starting to dry out, you're just unstoppable now.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's always a grind, and it's not like the phone is ringing every day either. I'm still slogging away. Actually, this is like it's quite embarrassing, but at the same time, so I got this commercial audition, and it was an in-person audition, and it was in Dublin. And when I showed up, there was the usual. There was like 20, 25 people already waiting there, and it was a commercial actually for a very well-known Irish MMA star. I'm sure you can guess.
God.
Okay.
But I won't say any names. But yeah, when I showed up, there was people there that I had worked in films with, a few people, and then there was people that were auditioning for, I can't say too much, but they were auditioning for a character in Kin that had something to do with me. So they were coming up to me. So I didn't know these people, but they knew that I was Jed Delaney, and they were like, coming up and talking to me. But one of the guys who I'd worked with, this is the point of the story, he was like, Jesus, Baz, I didn't think you'd still be auditioning for like these kind of things, like, and I was like, I am fighting for the scraps like everybody else, you can make social media look like it's all rosy and you're going to Hollywood and everything like that. But behind the scenes, and he said it in front of everyone. I was like, oh my God, kill me. Like, I was like, of course I'm still auditioning. It hasn't gotten anywhere near that level, So yeah, you can make things look like it's amazing. But I will say that this has been probably the best year of my acting career. I still have loads of stuff that's going ahead. I mean, that film on Caged, I was talking about maybe in the first time I talked to you, that's finally going ahead in October. I did a really good short called It's Good to Talk, and that was like the most therapeutic part that I've ever played. So that'll be coming out soon as well. It was really, really cool. And that one that I was doing, that I was saying before Kin, that's called The Last Laugh, and that's like honestly one of the best scripts I've ever read as well. So yeah, it's been a really good year, and there's loads of stuff that's coming out. But like I said, the phone isn't ringing every day or anything like that,
But you're still smashing out the park. It doesn't need to be ringing every day, Baz. You told us earlier that you went from one scene literally to the next movie like the day after, or TV series. You know what I mean? So you don't want that person to be ringing.
I felt like a real actor for like...
I mean, I can't believe you haven't mentioned playing the tattoo shop owner in the Nan movie with Catherine Tate myself.
Oh, yeah. There's a bit of a story behind that, but I don't think I can say it. No,
don't do that to us. What can I say? That was meant to be something bigger, and it turned into something less than I thought.
Okay.
For certain reasons and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't actually say. But anyway, yeah.
It just made me laugh. I was going through IMDb, and it's like all this like really like amazing thing that it's like the Nan movie. It's like, what?
Yeah. It was a fun experience, and it was great meeting Catherine Tate. There you go. But yeah, it was just meant to be a bigger thing. There was another feature film I did called Suit Hung Tied Tongue. I hope I got that right, because I always get that wrong.
You did. I wrote it down too.
Oh, you wrote it down, yeah. So is behind that, and that's something that is like so original, and it's such a statement on our society at the moment, and the way it's shot is really gonna push buttons, and I love that about him. That's what he wants to do. It's a statement on how our society is, about government control and, what happens if the government lose control and stuff like that. And it's all very stylized. And so that's going to be, I was delighted to be a part of that. I can't wait to see that one. Yeah.
I can't wait to see just from what you just said.
Yeah. It's just like anarchy,
Anything against the government, Tom's in.
Yeah. But then, like, he did it really well, because he takes it from both sides. So it's not just all anti-government and, we want to kill the people who are representing authority, because then it's like, well, those people who represent authority, yeah, you may not agree, but they still have families and children who love them, and you're attacking them. So what is the knock-on effect of their personal lives? So it's really interesting, and I like that about it, because he was like, it'd be so easy just to be pure, anarchy against the government, but he's like, he wanted to explore the other side a little bit as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting.
That is really interesting. I'm looking forward to that. One question I really wanted to ask you, Baz, was why did you go blonde?
Wow.
Was it for a role?
That's a question. No, I'd love to say it was like to be cool, but No, I mean, I had my hair every color growing up that you could name. I was pure punk, you know. I got expelled from school and kicked out of school because I used to always do it. But this is being honest without like oversharing or whatever. I was going through a really, really bad like mental health, like really took a dip, which I do, you know, every now and again, not as often as I used to, which is amazing. But yeah, I really was just going through like a shit time, and I was like, you know what? I just need a change. I just need to do it. It was nothing out of vanity. It was nothing like that. I just needed to do something. And that's what I settled on doing. But then the usual, you know, I did it, put up social media posts, obviously asking for it. And then, you know, nobody knows that that's the reason why I'm doing it for. And then, of course, all the abuse and the slag and the, you know, the thing. And it's like, okay, cool. I can take a slag and it's fine or whatever. But then, you know, all the hate started coming through and you're like, it's just, yeah, it's back to square one. But that's the reason for it. So what a strange question to ask. But there you go. You got
do you know what? It gave me a real Lost Boys feel.
Yeah. Because I did it for a Lost Boys shoot years ago, actually. I did a photo shoot.
Okay.
And I'd done it years and years ago. But I was actually only saying to my mother there recently that she didn't know this, but me and all my friends, we used to bleach our hair with Parazone, with bleach. Has anybody done this or heard about this? No.
Dude.
What? Yeah.
Why?
Well, that was how we thought we bleached hair. I don't fucking know. And our heads used to be on fire, but it worked.
Was it white?
Yeah, it was literally white. Like, yeah.
Oh, dude.
So, yeah, we used to do that as teenagers all the time. Yeah, crazy shit.
Fuck me.
There you go. You got an interesting answer out of your weird.
I like weird questions though, because obviously there's like, acting movies. Then obviously I asked a rapper once a while back why they sing their own names in songs, and he went, "Oh, I don't know." It's just always good just to throw someone up every now and again, which is right, you know, because no one sees it coming, Baz. That's why you see.
There you go, and you got a kind of a deep answer. That that was the reason.
And I'm sorry you went through that. That's really shit. And you always know where I am. So
I do. And I appreciate that. But it was just one of those things. Just did it. And then then I had a movie role coming up and I had to, do you know what it was? It was Dublin Crust was coming up. That's probably why I was.
You what? 39 locations in a week. 32, sorry. Oh my God.
So there you go. That's the reason. So I had to dial it back for that because I was like, oh, well, it's kind of punk, you know, it'd be kind of cool. And then my wife was like, yeah, and you've been in prison for 5 years. You're coming out with this fucking Sandy Silver Mountain Dew fucking.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. He just found the bleach they used to clean the prison toilets. That's all it is.
Yeah, that could have worked. I should have written that in. Get a product placement from Parazone.
So before we start wrapping up, because it is getting on now, I just wonder, how is the piercing and the band Prodigy Sons going? Are they still doing all that, or has it been on the back burner because obviously you've had such a busy year?
Yeah, so like piercing is kind of the bread and butter, and I do it when I need to make some cash. I still enjoy it, obviously, but just being so busy, and that's the reason why I closed the shops and moved away from the piercing, was for the acting and the music and stuff. So I'm happy about that. And then it's great that I can just book a guest spot, and I'm lucky that it normally always books out. I can go do my stuff and then I can fuck off again, you know. So it's not as often as it was, but yeah, I do a little bit of that. And then music wise, so I left the Prodigy band.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all on good terms and mutual terms and all that kind of stuff, but it was just something that needed to be done. And then I have a side project with the singer of Amongst the Wolves, who are on hiatus. So we went into the studio and recorded a few songs. We're actually going to be doing a video for one of the songs and release it as a single really soon. It's kind of a little bit more like has a bit of electronics going on with it, and a little bit more kind of Queens of the Stone Age kind of. It's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like a cool little side project that we wanted to do. And then obviously just writing the songs for Dublin Crust and going in and recording them. It was great being back in the studio and stuff like that. So still tipping away at that side of things. But yeah, just with the filming side, it's just been so busy. And then any minute we're in the edit room, you know, trying to plug out as much as we can.
Love it. So now you've hit that goal of making your first feature film. What other goals do you have in mind now that you want to achieve going forward? What's the next target?
Yeah, I mean, there's always targets. my mind never stops, which is the hard bit. But I suppose my next thing is I do want to get over to London. You know, I want to build on the career and get over to London, and like I would love to get on, you know, a BBC as a regular, you know, show. And then from that progress on to LA is, you know, obviously the actor's goal of getting over there, which I know is no easy task. So they would be the long-term goals on the acting side of things. And then like the production company, we're still going. My wife, she's written a few scripts and stuff like that. So we might have a look at them and, you know, go on to develop them and stuff like that. And then, like I said, of me doing another feature film, it'll be a while before I even contemplate writing a script or anything like that. But I do have a concept, and I like the concept of it. So we can kind of get the ball rolling with that, you know. But like, yeah, as regards to that, I did get burnout from doing the film. Absolutely, like, because I'd normally be so driven and on to the next thing and all that, but I was just absolutely brain dead after it. So it kind of knocked me a little bit, and I'm only kind of getting back a little bit of inspiration back slowly now. So, but all the concentration is on the edit, which is good because I'm definitely like ADD and I'm all over the place, but my focus is really getting that edit done, and that's good for me because it shows that I'm like, you know, passionate and really, really want to put my concentration into it. So I'm trying not to let too many outside things influence that at the moment, because I know I'm away now for 2 months filming on that feature. So I want to get as much done before I have to go. I started prep on that script today, actually, and I have it here. It is a beast.
Chunky boy.
It's a beast, and I'm on like literally nearly every page, which is great. But the dialogue is like 1900s. It's very dialogue heavy. It's like a massive challenge, which is amazing. But at the same time, it's like, oh fuck. So. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing you try and spit it. Thou dost compare to thine.
There you go. You got the job. Woo! But yeah, looking forward to that. And there's a few names attached to that one who I can't say, but if I get to work with them, it would just be incredible. So yeah. I'll take you guys to all the premieres.
Yes! But of course, if you get your feature out as well, that also should open more doors because people go, look what he can do. Look what he can fucking do.
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully that will be the...
Fingers crossed. Yeah,
fingers crossed that will be the goal. And like I said, just showing people, yeah, like you said, what you can do, or the ones that didn't believe in it or didn't think you could do it, just be like, well, yeah.
Oh yeah, right over here. What I couldn't do, this here, yeah? This on this big fucking screen. Yeah, I couldn't do it apparently.
That's the one.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
But what I absolutely love though, Baz, and I think I said this the first time we spoke to you, is like, you're so inspirational because you've set all these goals in your mind and you just knock them all out. 12, 13 projects in a year, as well as making a movie and signing up all these other things and recording music and editing and doing everything. Like last time, I believe I said you were practically a juggler because the amount of things you could do. And you're still smashing it a year on, and it's incredible to see where you've come in that 12 months. If I had a hat, I'd tip it. But
I'll
tip my headphones. There you go. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, and it is a lot of hard work. But there's so many people that will just talk and talk and talk about doing stuff, and it's just because I don't have the patience. They drive me crazy. They'll just talk about it, and I'm just one of those people that's just proactive, and I'm like, no, let's just get it done. And you can go A to B, whereas some people go to A and they have a look at D, and then they have a look at F, and all that faffing about that's not needed. It's just like, this is what you need to do. Make the connections, but don't do them on a false pretense. I can't stand that. The amount of people that have come out of the woodwork trying to call in favors from me because they see that I'm doing this project or I'm on this and stuff like that, and they're the very ones that had no interest in you when you were trying to make something. And there's all these kind of people, and then like, just don't be an asshole in general in life or whatever, but especially in the industry, don't be an asshole. And you will get asked back onto projects. That's what this whole game is about. And then if you set goals and targets, just try your best to do anything, and don't listen to people telling you, like I keep saying it, but same with the Dublin Crust, can't be done. You can't do that. You can't do that on that budget. Oh, you won't be able to get that actor. Oh, what are you going to do for locations? Oh, you won't be able to do this. You won't be able to do that. And if you listen to them, you would do absolutely nothing. So just stay your own path and show the world what you can do. It's the best advice I can give.
Stunning.
Love it. Mr. Stevens, any more questions for our wonderful guest?
I mean, the one I usually ask, I can't really ask it because I asked you last time, but I suppose in this last year, did you ever think you'd have done as many projects, as many movies as you have done? Did you ever think that phone was going to ring that many times?
No, like I really didn't. And there was so many disappointments of stuff going away during COVID. I don't know if I told you guys, but I can tell you now, I booked an Audi commercial for €28,000, and it was filming in Portugal for a week, all expenses paid. Myself and my agent at the time were like, fucking hell, happy days. This is like the golden ticket we've needed. And it was during COVID. And then they were like, oh, we're just pushing it to next month. And then we're pushing it to next month. And then we're pushing it to next month. And then it just went away.
No.
Oh.
Never happened. So, there was so much of that, so many things moved, so many disappointments. And then you're skeptical whether these things are going to come back, or, how soon they're going to come back. And so just to be doing anything after that, as an artist, you're just, grasping at whatever can come true. And there's still the disappointments. There's still projects that you are attached to and they're not happening and stuff. That's always going to happen. But I didn't think I'd be this busy. And it's just a credit to the people who are asking me and putting me in roles that, they're breaking down the boundaries and I'll work for anybody, and I'll work with anybody that has the same passion and drive, and that's what you need. And as long as people are like that, I'll work with them all day long. So, it's been the best year acting. I just hope now it can continue and then go into 2023, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Mate, this has been amazing. Again,
thank you.
And I just always love having you on the show. I really appreciate you and you taking the time out to sit and chat to us. So thank you very much.
No problem. And like I said, I'm super proud of how far you guys have come since we last talked. You're killing it out there. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. And you are still fucking hilarious. Who knew? You're true. You're telling the truth.
Case in point, right? It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, and believe it or not, I'm going to play golf. I was an avid golfer for many years. They love to see me coming out on the golf course. But I was. This is just an example of my hilarity when I said to my dad, I was like, "Oh, what time are we teeing off? Is it 4?" And he hung up the phone.
Amazing.
Joke.
Brilliant.
But, that's why he's getting all the dad roles, because of the dad jokes.
The dad joke. I do love an old dad joke. But yeah, that's it. Go check out Serial Daters for the run.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is there any social medias, anything you want to plug at all for anyone to go check out?
Well, Instagram is my main protocol. It's Baz Black Piercer, and then off that there is links to the Dublin Crust Instagram page and our production company Sherlock Productions, and then Moobeen's Instagram.
Yes. Get involved.
You need to go and follow that. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. And any movie makers, filmmakers that want to connect or advice or anything like that. I was actually teaching workshops to teenage kids for acting, which is incredible as well. And such a nice opportunity to be able to pass on anything that I've learned over the years. But the door is always open for any kind of advice, and just give us a shout.
Beautiful. I love that. That's amazing. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much, mate. It means the world.
Thanks a million, guys.
But have an absolutely incredible evening, my friend. Thank you so much again. An absolute genuine pleasure. And I'm really looking forward to watching everything you've been in and watch where you're about to go in the next year or two.
Can we do number 3 from the premiere of Dublin Crust?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
And get all the actors on and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh. Absolutely. That's a done deal.
Cool. Okay. I'm holding you to that.
It'll be our first ever,
improve our equipment.
It's gonna be great.
No. I'll send the contract on to you guys.
Yeah, perfect. Look forward to it. You've got our email, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. All
right. Have a good one, mate. Take care of yourself.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
What an incredible conversation. And it's always good to talk to a man who has an Instagram for his dog.
Oh, yes. Moobeats. You need to go and follow her right now. She's fucking amazing. Absolutely.
What an amazing individual. So talented. And yeah, we cannot wait to see Dublin Crust. It sounds incredible.
Absolutely. And hopefully you all enjoyed listening to it as much as we did recording it. I could definitely tell that for a fact.
Mr. Stevens.
Oh, yeah.
It's only audience participation time.
Oh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's Participation Challenge. This week, I said, is it me or does the world of fantasy and make-believe come up with the best food? Whether it be the Krabby Patty or the grey stuff that's apparently delicious. What fictional food would you love to try and why? Have you already tried to make it? How did it go? Best answers will be read out this week. Now, what say you, sir?
I don't know. I can't think of. I should have probably actually done some research for this one. I've never really looked at something that somebody's eaten and gone, I'd really love to try that. I always wonder what shawarma was, or shawarma, or whatever in Marvel Avengers.
Ah, yes.
I've always looked at that. That's apparently real. So I'm like, okay.
That is real, and it's very nice.
Is it?
It is very nice.
So I'll be honest with you, I haven't really got an answer because I've never really looked at something and gone, that looks amazing.
Fair enough. I had 2 answers for this. One I'm not going to answer because someone else answered it. So I'll leave that for them. But the other one was more out of pure intrigue, and that is the grey stuff from Beauty and the Beast. Do you know what I mean by that?
Nope. There's a line loads of times.
There's a line in Be Our Guest, and it says, try the grey stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. And I've always wondered what the fuck the grey stuff is. So I'd quite like to try that. But I went to our friend Google, and I typed in the grey stuff from Beauty and the Beast, and apparently the Beauty and the Beast themed restaurants have made the grey stuff. And it's cookies and cream whipped pudding served on top of a cookie. So now I definitely want to try it because that sounds delicious.
That sounds unreal.
That does sound absolutely amazing. But our wonderful friends and listeners have given us some incredible answers. First off, Nina Hewitson says the lickable wallpaper from Willy Wonka. In fact, anything from Willy Wonka.
Of course.
Of course. The snosberries taste like snosberries. Whatever a snosberry is. Joe Smith, this worries me. She says Soylent Green. I had to look this up. I didn't have a clue. And it's from a movie called Soylent Green. And I've Googled this. For some of them, I've Googled them to get some more details. It says Soylent Green is introduced as being made of plankton. But as the film unfolds, the main character discovered that it's manufactured from dead bodies. She then adds, I'd feed it to the people I didn't like. So hopefully that means she doesn't want to try it. If she does, I'm quite concerned. Alex Graham says triple egg chili chutney sandwich, which is from Red Dwarf. And it literally says it's 3 fried eggs, chili sauce and chutney. Eating it was described as Arnold Rimmer as like having a baby. And it's a cross between food and bowel surgery.
There we are.
But it's been stated that the only trouble with it is that it has to be eaten before the bread dissolves. So there we go. I don't know Red Dwarf that well. I feel like I need to watch more Red Dwarf. It seems right up my street, but I've just never really taken. Emma Wharton says chocolate frogs from Harry Potter. Fair. You can buy like the chocolate frogs, but I think a real one from Harry Potter that actually hops around would be more interesting to try. Graham Arnold, as always, makes me laugh with this one. The squeeze liquid into a bowl, put it in a box for 3 seconds, and remove a whole roast chicken dinner from the Fifth Element. Yes, I like that idea. I want to see how that works. And again, with one that I need to see how this works, Chrissy Fitzgerald says, Back to the Future, the tiny pizza. The dehydrated pizzas, yes. Why doesn't that exist? And she also says, the imaginary buffet from Hook.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yes. Mally Malpass. He says he wants to try Willy Wonka's fizzy lifting drinks. Yeah. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. Graham White also says everything that's in Hook, which is fair. More than understandable. Phil Jolly says the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. Again, this is one I had to look up. It's an alcoholic beverage from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay. Apparently, its effects are similar to having your brain smashed out by a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick.
Fair.
Doesn't sound appealing to me, I'm not going to lie. Stephen Phillips, you very concerning man, you. He sent me a video and he said, watch this, and this is what I want to try. And it's from an anime called Food Wars. Now, they don't actually say what the food is, but literally the clip involves them taking a bite of it, and then all of them, their clothes fall off. They look like they've just orgasmed, and then they get back up again and say, can I have some more? Because apparently that's how good that food tastes.
There we are. Okay.
To be honest, if a food is going to give me that sort of reaction, I also want to try it.
Be very tired after 2 or 3 times.
It literally was a tiny bite as well. You'd be knackered by the time you're eating the whole thing.
Yeah.
And last but not least is Zara Lavender. And she says the answer I was going to say, and it is the best answer you could have came up with. And that is Willy Wonka's 3-course meal bubblegum. Damn right, I really want to try this. In the movie, it started off with tomato soup. Then it was roast beef and baked potatoes before concluding with a blueberry pie and ice cream. I want to try that. I want to try that. And I do believe your other half commented on that, saying, that was what I was going to say. So, see, definitely the best answer.
Lovely. We really appreciate everybody taking the time out to participate in Jamie's challenge. So thank you very, very much for all those lovely little answers. If you enjoy Jamie's participation challenge, Callum's Treachings, Tom's Journal, the interview, and all the absolute fucking bullshit wanky bollocks we talk at the beginning of the episode, really appreciate the other 53 editions of the Chronicles of Podcast. 50-3. We're getting on a bit. You know, we're hitting middle age, and it's just, you can tell. You can really tell. You can come and check us out wherever you get your podcasts from, which would be Apple, Spotify, Google, fucking wherever else you get podcasts from. Good Pods. Everywhere. Fucking everywhere. Put the Chronicles Podcast in, you'll find us. Don't you worry about that. We're always watching. You can also come and join us on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Please hit that subscribe button. I know 2 more people have done so thank you very much. Hit that bell to get notified of when another video is released. And comment. Thank you, Melody. You are an absolute legend. You can also find our hashtag WBWs way back Wednesdays on there. They are obviously done, but there are 50 of them for you to enjoy. So please go and check those little numbers out. Obviously, Baz Black episode 1 is a part of those way back Wednesdays. You can also find us on Facebook at the Chronicles of Podcast. Please hit that like button, share us everywhere, tell all your mates about us, and just post loads of fucking shit in our page. Why not? We'd really appreciate it. It'd be great. It'd be good fun. So it'd be good to hear from you all. Leave some reviews. Jamie, where else can you find us?
Sitting here incredibly patient, waiting for a release date for Dublin Crust.
Absolutely. Or on the Twitter at TCO Pod. Jamie, where else can you find us?
In the Toy Island Poundland, buying things like this.
It really freaks me out when you do that. Or on the Instagram at TCO Pod. You can also follow us on TikTok at TCO Pod. We've obviously started to post a bit more on there for you to enjoy. But they are on YouTube as well. So either or, it doesn't matter. But please subscribe to us there as well. The Chronicles. Oh, no, wait. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. There is also a wonderfully, beautifully, deliciously, sexily, gorgeously new and brand spanking a little website at www.thechroniclesofpodcast.com. You can find all of our us are on there, all of our shows and episodes are on there, and all of our affiliations and sponsors are on there that Jamie will happily tell you all about very shortly. The Chronicles of Podcast. Downloaders, reviewers, sharers, raters, tell all of your friends about us. Allow us into your ears. But most importantly, what is the fucking point of Lucozade tablets?
That was really random. I feel like you saw those in the shop today, man. Why?
Nope.
Huh?
Just came to my head.
Fair enough. Before we get out of here, should we say a good thank you to some of our friends?
Absolutely.
First off, every single piece of music you hear on this show is down to one man, and that man's name is Mr. Matt Roberts. You can find him on all the socials at Matt Roberts Music. Go check him out on Spotify. He has an absolute ton of music out there because, quite frankly, it's his passion and he loves making it and we love listening to it. So it's a really good deal, really, that we've got going on here. So massive thank you to Matt for supplying all of our music. Please, everyone, go check him out. Go follow him on all the socials. Go subscribe. Follow. Is it follow on Spotify? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's follow or subscribe. It's on there. It says follow, I think.
Whatever it is, go do it on Spotify and go listen to all of Matt's music. Then we have to say a massive thank you to Stay Cozy Clothing. Head on over to staycozyclothing.com or download the smartphone app. Have a look at whatever they've got on there. Jumpers, hoodies, T-shirts, tapestries, caps, beanie hats, you name it. They are all absolutely amazing and they are cozy. The name isn't just clever, it's very, very true. Add whatever you like, I suggest one of everything, to your basket. Head on over to the checkout and enter that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off your order. I would say that's a gift from us to you, but it's more of a gift from them to you. But a massive thank you to them for helping us out with that every single week. And as well, if you're on the Stay Cozy Clothing website, you can find a special collaborative t-shirt with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. 50% of the profits of that shirt go straight to the foundation. We can't suggest enough that you purchase it. One, because it goes to a great cause, and two, because it's a beautiful design and it's absolutely amazing. With those special words, weirdo mosh a freak. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a foundation very near and dear to our hearts as members of the alternative community. We fly their flag every single week because their message means everything to us. That message is simple: stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. And that means everywhere, whether that be in real life, social media, wherever it is. If you are being treated differently simply because of the music you listen to, the way you dress, whatever it be, it needs to stop. Go to sophielancasterfoundation.com. There is a tab that says hate crime. Click on there and there's a questionnaire. We need every single person who has been treated differently because of the way they dress to fill in that questionnaire, because it's so important we get as much evidence as we can to send that evidence to the courts and say that it is a hate crime. Regardless of what you say, we're being treated differently and being bullied because of the way we dress and the music we listen to. It is a hate crime. So help us achieve Sylvia's goal of making this a thing. And I want people to realise as well, this isn't a new thing. This has been going on since way back when. And it's still happening today. Please help us help them. Go fill in that questionnaire, share the love, share that link everywhere. And yeah, let us help us stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my handsome co-host over there.
Oh, stop it, you. Obviously, Jamie's video was just fucked. So here, so another absolutely glorious episode, a glorious edition. I don't know what happened to Jamie's video. He decided he didn't want to be here anymore. No, I'm joking. So yeah, thank you all ever so much for checking us out once again. And Jamie, another great episode. Indeed. Thank you very much. Absolutely. And as for this week, I'll definitely see you next week. Whether you see Jamie or not is another question. So we'll see how it happens. It's going to be
hopefully you'll see me.
Goodbye, everybody.